Yo, 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 what's going on out there, world? It's your boy Money back with another one, man. And I got my brother from another, from the UK, the one and only Cheddar Boxing. Cheddar, what's going down, Cheddar?
Oh, good, mate. Very good. Thanks for having me on. Got a lot of stuff to talk about today.
No doubt, no doubt. We're gonna let the people get up in here for a minute. Let the people climb in for a minute. They will be on the way. They will be on the way. But before they climb in, Cheddar, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the zone.
Yeah.
Um, um, it was a lot of buzz around the zone when it was gonna drop this, that, and the third, how it was gonna come out, what it was gonna look like. A lot of people had mixed emotions. A lot of people won't get the zone because of Eddie Hearn. All this situation, which I don't knock nobody. I mean, it's your dime, it's your dollar. You do what you want to do with it, you know. But if I had to tell somebody about the zone, I'd tell them to get the app. I mean, my personal feelings is to get the app. Like when I went on there, it's something like ESPN Plus. ESPN Plus carry more because it's sports worldwide. But the zone got good sports on there. They got good fights on there. Anthony Joshua, he gonna be the face of it. So if you don't like Anthony Joshua, you damn sure not gonna get the app. But I enjoy the app, man. Like I said, I went back and watched Joshua Klitschko, which I got it recorded on my TV already. But either or, I still went back and watched it on the app. We got good fights on there, man. I feel like people saying, okay, we paying this much for cable, we paying this much for that. I look at the zone like you're paying $10 for another channel, even though an extra channel is $4.99, sometimes $6.99, depending on which one it is. I mean, you're paying a couple extra bucks, but it links you to the UK. Now, I mean, if you like fighting worldwide, know what I'm saying, and it's fighters. I mean, it's people over here, fans over here that like UK boxing. They just won't admit the shit. Like it's okay to admit that you like UK boxing. I mean, UK boxing is on fire right now. They have great fighters over there. Josh Kelly is going to be on the damn card, so I'm damn sure going to watch Josh Kelly. You know what I mean? So, man, the app to me is a good app. We got 5 viewers in here. Y'all hit that like button for me. But I'm liking it, man. I'm liking it, Cheddar. Have you even looked at it, Cheddar? I know it's probably not up over
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Because I'm in Spain, so I can't watch Sky or anything like that. If I want to watch, I've got like an online thing which I pay a little bit for when I watch. I've got everything, so I've got all the boxing, all the pay-per-views, football, American football, the stuff I want to watch. So
Okay.
I've got different streams, and sometimes I saw a little bit of it on the Zone, and I saw most of it on Sky Sports. Yeah, it looks all right to me. I mean, I think with Eddie Hearn, I mean, obviously it's a different thing. Is Eddie Hearn, like in England as well? He kind of went into the game like giving it the big one, like kind of Bertie Big Bollocks, and he kind of got away with it because people sort of see it like mostly tongue in cheek. It seems to me that in America he sort of rubbed quite a lot of people up the wrong way, not just the fans, but also like all the promoters. I suppose that the promoters is normal because they're competitors, but they seem to be quite hostile to like Richard Schaefer, even Bob Arum. What's the bloke like Espinoza? I mean, Al Heyman doesn't really say anything, does he? But I doubt Eddie Hearn's top of his Christmas card list.
Right.
Loads of the fans who just don't really like it. I think the way he sort of, I mean, his sort of sense of humour hasn't really gone down too well, has it?
But I
I
look
mean,
at him like the typical promoter.
for me, it seems a bit when I sort of see it seems well over the top that you would like care that much. I mean, I don't really care about. For me, it's all entertainment. But I mean, it's all these characters, even like when it's like Deontay Wilder, Eddie Hearn, Oscar De La Hoya. I find them entertaining, and that's
Right.
basically what boxing is to me. Do you know what I mean? I don't really take it personally and start thinking, oh, I really don't like this bloke, so I don't want his stuff to. I just sort of, I might think someone's a bit of a dick, but generally to me, it's all fun and games. You know what I mean? I find Eddie Hearn quite entertaining, to be honest.
I was pissed off at Eddie with the taxes that he pulled on Wilder. Now, I mean, we all got mixed emotion about those taxes. A lot of people point this way, a lot of people point that way. My feelings is Eddie Hearn on that side, but looking from a business standpoint, Eddie Hearn ain't nothing. He the typical promoter. He's the typical promoter. And right now, he's at the top of the food chain. He's one of the top dogs up there. He got money backing him. You know what I mean? Some people, he rubs some people the wrong way. Like me, my only personal problem is the tactic towards Wilder. You know what I mean? Other than that, he put on good cards, and I got to say that I do like. Now, I mean, every promoter not gonna give you what you want. You know what I'm saying? Every promoter not gonna give you what you want. And as we can see, a lot of promoters don't want to give up their cash cow. You know what I mean? A lot of promoters don't want to give up their cash cow. I just think we at the point with Wilder and Joshua to where we feel like it's at the time now, and it's for all the marbles. If we have four belts scattered around, we can understand. But it's
Yeah,
just the little tactics that he pulling, you know what I'm saying, that rub people the wrong way over here. Because if you ask people about what's the other reason why they hate Eddie Earn, they call him Eddie Byrne, like chat. I mean, my boy, Black Fight fans say, man, they got so many names for Eddie, it don't make no sense. But the main reason a lot of people bitter with Eddie is because of the Wild and the Joshua, and but me
but
talking about the Zone app, if I had to tell people my own personal experience, just getting it on the 21st, I encourage people to get the app, man. You know what I mean? And like I say, some people didn't get the app and it's free for a whole month. We about to watch Grove versus fucking Caleb Spit. We about to watch Demetrius Andrade versus um Billy
Saunders,
Joe Saunders. You know what I mean? And those free fights. And then don't forget about October the 6th, you got Jesse Vargas versus man,
Delorme, is it? Thomas Delorme?
Thomas Delorme. Yeah, Jesse Vargas versus Thomas Delorme. So you're getting quality fights, man. You're getting good fights that you'll get on Showtime and things like that. So not saying that'd be main events, but Thomas Delorme, Jesse Vargas may be a main event, maybe Fox Sports, somewhere like that. But at the end of the day, man, I'm digging it. Monty Brown digging it. I got the app. I'm holding on to the app. The app is on my game. And guess what? I get to interact with the UK people. You know what I mean? I can get on that thing. I stream the fight, and I was on Instagram. Yeah, I was on Instagram. I streamed the fight. We hit a top number. I had fighters in there, and we did great numbers on YouTube. You know what I mean? So I was digging it. I was digging it. So, anyways, let's get into the show. Let's get into the show. We can get started now.
All right. I was just going to say, mate, one point about that, if you don't mind.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
going back to what I said about Eddie Hearn, like winding people up. It does. I mean, I don't know if it's the main reason or part of the reason or what, but he hasn't really managed to sign that many like big like names in America, has he? I mean, you've got Andrade, who's a good
Trap,
fighter,
trap.
but who's not exactly like Jesse Vargas. He's not, but there's what's his name, Jarrell Miller, but he seems to be trying to sort of disassociate himself as much as he can from Eddie Hearn. So he's not really managed to sign any big names yet, has he? So I think unless he
Well,
does,
Trap. What's up? You want to come on, Trap? We got Trap House Boxing. But this is the thing, Sean. He got Tevin Former, IBF champion. He got Maurice Hooker, WO champion.
yeah,
Jesse Vargas is a contender. Um, Jarrell Miller, they look like they having a little beef right now. I don't know what's going on with them, but he got
he's got
quality. He got
what's
good
the,
fighters. I ain't gonna
what's
say
the
they elite, huh?
Jessica McCaskill.
Or
Uh,
Jessica McCaskill, this female fighter that gave Katie Taylor her toughest fight.
yeah, I like her.
Yeah, I like Jessica. Beautiful. You know what I mean? I thought I had
Yeah,
a shot, but I found out she was married. You know what I'm saying? I
well,
tried. I shot my shot. I
plenty,
did.
plenty more
But
fish for the
she,
sea, mate. Yeah, I
but yeah,
like her.
man, McCaskill, she's a hell of a fighter, man. And Katie Taylor, let's not forget about Katie Taylor. I love Katie Taylor, man. So he got good fighters over here in America, man. But they not the elite that just jump off the scale to us. You know what I mean? Like Tevin Foreman, hell of a fighter, but he chasing Javante Davis. A lot of people think Javante Davis gonna dethrone him. A lot of people think he gonna beat Javante Davis, but he got a good player right there. Maurice Hooker, he got the WO, but Maurice Hooker not really known. I mean,
Mate,
just champion.
Javante Davis looks the part to me. It's just a case of whether he's going to have the discipline to keep it up.
That's the truth. That's the truth. We always know what happens when you lose discipline and focus, and you let your head get aired up, and you go to the clouds. You know what I mean, you can fuck around,
Was it,
mess up your whole career.
I saw him at the Sean Porter fight when he was basically out on the piss with like Errol Spence, Rona, Robert Easter Jr. They all looked like that. They had a few drinks. He
Oh,
looked he looked quite overweight as well. Then he got arrested, didn't he, about a week later for having a fight or something? And
yeah.
I saw,
But he back in the gym now, getting ready for December. No,
yeah,
rumors are he supposed to be fight Abner Morales on the undercard of Wilder Fury on the pay-per-view card. So I'm praying them cards play out like people saying they will. You know, so if they come through, we can get on that. What's your email, Trap? But Joshua Povetkin. Your thoughts on this, Sean?
I thought it was a good fight, mate. I think it started off a little bit slowly for Joshua. The first couple of rounds, I didn't really like the look of him. Povetkin caught him with a lovely little combination, didn't he? Like in the first round. But to me, Joshua just looked a bit cumbersome, a bit slow. He looked a bit heavy looking as well. But then as the fight progressed, he started getting a bit quicker on his feet and a bit more fluid and not quite as lumbering as he was. But yeah, I mean, he's obviously he struggles a little bit with shorter fighters. Do you know what I mean? All the sort of short, it doesn't always look great. You saw that against what's the name, Takam. Other examples I've seen as well. Like when he was coming up, he always sort of looked better against people who are a bit taller. So Povetkin was always going to be like a tough fight for him, even though he did have quite a lot of advantages, didn't he? Being taller, younger, fresher. I mean, Povetkin did as well as he could have done. Really, he got that. He set him up nicely, didn't he, with the shot to finish him?
Yeah.
But yeah, good performance, mate. Another solid win on his record. I mean, Povetkin, very, very dangerous, very experienced. So, yeah, mandatory challenger. So there's no sort of hand-picked opponent. So, yeah, you still there, mate?
I'm here, Chap.
Yeah.
I mean, Sean.
Yeah. I was impressed with the performance.
Well, my thing, I like the fight, man. I feel like early on, I'm 6'3", and if something too close, I can't reach because my own limbs. I think AJ gets that. The next opponent handpicked. Listen. I can't say that. Talk what you Drew. I can't say that Alexander Povetkin was handpicked because Alexander Povetkin was a mandatory. You know what I mean? So mandatory. I look at Alexander Povetkin as a top 10 heavyweight. So even though he didn't fight Wilder, yes, we was pissed off that he didn't get fight Wilder, but now Wilder fighting Tyson Fury, AJ had to go in another direction. Alexander Povetkin is a dangerous fighter. You know what I mean? He's tough. He's gritty. He showed that he's a gold medalist. He only lost one to Klitschko and went the distance with Klitschko. So to me, to Monty Brown, Alexander Povetkin is a credible foe. You know what I mean? He's a credible opponent. So when AJ went in there, he had to be cautious early on. Don't get me wrong. He did look a little heavy when he walked up. I'm like, damn, AJ, what a six pack at? It ain't busting like it used to. But I felt like he was I felt like he was trying to wait and see what Alexander Povetkin had. One thing you know about Alexander Povetkin is he got the power, so you don't want to rush and just, jump out there and get hit with something because we saw that the power was there. The power was there, and Joshua got hit with some hard shit, but he took it. He took it. And the way he changed up his height, I was enjoying the way. Well, some people saying it was dangerous, but he had to change his height up because you don't want to be straight up, and Alexander Povetkin come up on top of you and catch you with that hook in your chin right there. You know what I mean? So, hey, you can call him a cherry all you want to. He's a dangerous heavyweight fighter, man. Dangerous. So,
who's calling him a cherry?
Jada Lewis Tim. I'm talking. I'm looking. I'm reading the chat off.
He's a mandatory challenger, and he's most people would consider him like a top 5 heavyweight. You know what I mean?
Exactly. He's in no matter what, from top 5 to top 10. Right. He's in the top 10 of heavyweight, so you can't knock him. You know what I mean?
He's in the top 5. I mean, the only people obviously like Joshua Wilder, 2 champions. Who else is there? Like Tyson Fury, Luis Ortiz, Alexander Povetkin, Dylan White. These are all the sort of top people for me, like heavyweights around at the moment.
Exactly. So
he's a little bit. I'd say he's a little bit past his best. He's like 40, isn't he, or 39 or 38, whatever. He's not quite as good as he was when he fought Klitschko, but still, he's still.
We got Trap House Boxing. We got Trap House Boxing joining. But the thing is this, Chad, it's not that he's past his prime. It's not that. He's 39. He came out. He gave a great fucking showing of himself. He gave, he hit Joshua with shit to where A lot of people can say this and say that, man. He gave a championship effort. You understand me? I love mans who come out. He trained his ass off. You want to know why? Because he understood the opportunity. He understood that if I beat Anthony Joshua, I become the man to beat. So Alexander Povetkin, he brought everything that he had, man. He went out on the shield. He came. He gave a great effort. You understand me? He and landed shots that arguably would have knocked somebody else out. You know, so when
Yeah,
people call people cherries, man, you got to watch how you talk about certain fighters. I'm not. Look, we don't do no
you
discredit.
can't call a
Yo.
you can't call a mandatory challenger a cherry. That's
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jay. I'm sorry, Jay. That was Sir Cryptimus Prime. Sir Cryptimus Prime. You're wrong, man.
you
I apologize, Jay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It
can't
wasn't
call a man. You can't call a mandatory challenger a cherry pick. By its very
exactly.
definition, it's not a cherry
Yeah,
pick.
yeah. I can't. I can't do that. My brother Trap House Boxing is in the building.
What's good, bro?
What's going on, Trap? We got Chatter Boxing in this thing.
What's up, Chatterbox, man? How you doing, bro?
Not too bad, mate. How you doing?
I'm doing
Um,
good, man.
Trap. What's your thoughts on Joshua Povetkin, bro?
Like I said, man. I mean, Joshua did improve to me. You know, a lot of people saying that they still ain't impressed with him, this, that, and the other. But I mean, this is what I mean when I mean improvement. Anytime you make an adjustment, you add new things to your arsenal and all that. I mean, the adjustment, you got better, right?
Yeah.
No matter, yeah. So I mean, just because you know, and this is how to break it down to them. I'm like, okay, yeah, y'all saying Povetkin, yeah, Povetkin allowed Joshua to get creative, you know, get more creative than he should have been. And I thought that was a big thing, a big deal in the fight. You know what I mean? But no matter who he was up against, I thought he did pretty good. You know, he made the adjustment. He added some new tools in this game, like I said, and he did all right. He made a decent account of himself. You know what I mean? He didn't do no horrible performance like a lot of people saying. It wasn't horrible. You know what I'm saying? He did what he had to do to get the win. But that don't mean that I still, you know, think super highly of Joshua. I gave him his credit. I said he's gotten better. I ain't gonna call him a bum no more. I like to call him a bum all the time, but I
Right.
can't. I ain't gonna call him that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give him more respect than that. You know, and acknowledge the fact that he did what he had to do. You know, as a champion to win. But do I think he can beat Wilder Fury? Nah, I don't think so. I still see the greenness in him. You know what I mean? Like I said, he learned on the fly. And this is the only thing is this, man, is that, you know, I understand they trying to protect their prize and all that, but that's the only thing I hate about these title holders, man. Because at the end of the day, we don't have a champion. The only champion we really have is Tyson Fury because he beat the man that beat the man. The rest of these guys are just title holders. And when it gets down to that point, man, it's like, you know, you can't babysit and nurse these guys until they get better. Once they get that strap, it's fair game. It's open season. You become the hunted. You ain't the hunter no more. And you have to take on all comers. And, you know, the whole thing about Povetkin, yeah, that was the mandatory and all that. I mean, but they didn't really press the issue on Povetkin until they pulled that little flim flam. We know what happened. But anyway, that's really, that don't even matter, man. I'm not gonna say that Povetkin was old. I ain't gonna pull the same Ortiz
Shout out
game.
to Corey Lee's boxing. Shout out to Corey Lee's boxing. Go ahead, Trap.
Yeah, I ain't gonna pull that whole little Ortiz game where they say he was old, Wilder be the old man. No, he beat Povetkin.
Right.
That's just bottom line. He beat Povetkin. It was a good fight. You know, Povetkin did have some early on success, but like I said, I didn't understand how Povetkin even abandoned his jab. I was really lost by that. You got an Olympic gold medalist, and all of a sudden, he got here. He ain't just get here by leaping off his feet, throwing throwing hooks. You understand what I'm saying? He got here by throwing jabs and getting off those hooks. And I don't understand how he abandoned that all of a sudden.
Well, I see, because like you said, AJ did make adjustment, bro. AJ got the stick in his ass with his jab, bro, sticking that body, jumping back, and then AJ hit him with that body and come right back with the straight to the face. He abandoned. I think once he landed that hard shot, I felt like he felt like damn, and he saw that blood. I think that kind of switched up his game plan. Like, can I really catch this motherfucker? You know what I mean? Because that right was coming, man, and it was catching. But AJ made adjustments, bro, and he got the boxing beautifully. To me, he got the boxing beautifully. I felt like that's the classic boxer versus puncher, but I still can say AJ took chances in that fight. Which AJ, he likes to fight, man. AJ ass will fight you. You know what I mean? So once he got hit by them big shots, he went out there, man. Shouts out to Mike Biggs, man. He went out there and he banged it out with his ass, man. But he got beautifully smart and he started sticking that body wearing Prevekin ass down, bro. Cause that stick, look, I love to stick to the body like that, bro. Right to the center place like that, man. He kept sticking that mud down there, man. Just boom, and you can hear it like, and you knew it was taking toll.
AJ didn't want to until he seen Prevekin getting tired.
Yeah, because you got to wear him down, because Prevekin was dangerous, yo. He was dangerous with that hand, you know. And like I say, man, he's a top 10 fighter, and he has real power, man. He has real power. So this is the heavyweight division. I don't give a fuck how old they say you is. The last thing to leave on the fighter is the power. And Prevekin had it there, and Prevekin was in good shape. And like I say, man, he was coming for 3 belts. You can say 4 with the IBO. He coming for it, bro. He giving it all he got. He understand the opportunity. So he got his ass in great shape, and he came to fight the best Prevekin out there. And I seen a great Prevekin out there. I didn't see what people want to say. Oh man, I saw a great fucking Prevekin out there. He just got Joshua just made the adjustments, and he started using that stick and using that length, and he came away with the stoppage. Even when he caught Prevekin in the 6th round, Prevekin did slow down, but before that, Joshua didn't hit him with nothing too serious that, you know what I mean, that rocked him. It was just that he caught his ass, and just those times where it usually happen at the end of the bell, and you can get saved to make it more rounds. It just so happened that wasn't the time for Prevekin, man. And Joshua did what he had to do. He went in there, he finished his ass like a true champion, and I give Joshua all the credit in the world, man. All the credit in the world. But the thing is now, he said he's going to let the fans of the UK chatter pick his next fight.
Bro, stop. Hey, my Brian.
Let me ask you this. Chatter, who do you want to see Joshua fight next?
Well, to be honest, I really want to see David Price or Michael Sprott rematch. No, I'm taking the piss, mate. Obviously, I want to see the winner of Wilder Fury. I mean, ideally, I want to see him fight Wilder. To be honest, obviously, I want to see him fight Fury as well. But this Wilder fight has to happen. There's been too much shit been spoken. Do you know what I mean? They've got to have it out. So Fury, the fight, obviously, I want to see as well. And I hope Fury does beat Wilder. But if you ask me who I want to see Joshua fight next, it's Wilder. And I think that goes for most people. Obviously Fury as well, but this Wilder thing's been built up in it. And the idea that, you know, a lot of people have been saying that, you know, especially like Americans saying, oh, Joshua doesn't want it, Wilder's like the big bollocks. That's the fight that people want to see.
Yeah, we just gotta hope that they want to make that fight.
Fury as well. Like most people think that Fury's like kind of not really back to his best yet. You know what I mean? So Wilder is on top of his game right now. So that's the one that people want to see. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I already know. Trap.
I know you agree, and I'm sure Trap House does as well.
Yeah, go ahead, Trap assessment.
I mean, what I agree with and what I think is gonna happen is 2 different things. Yeah, I do agree, but in reality, I know that's not gonna happen. I don't see Wilder and AJ happening no time soon. I think that AJ got at least another 4 more fights before they make that Wilder fight. Yeah, people keep forgetting the 6-plan deal that Eddie Hearn said about a year ago, and it's starting to come to fruition. I mean, he already done fought how many? At this time, I think AJ was finna fight. This was right after the Klitschko fight. I think this was right after Klitschko. Matter of fact, this was right after the Klitschko fight when AJ beat Klitschko. That's when Eddie Hearn started talking about that 6-fight plan, all this other shit.
Right. Was Pulev next after Klitschko, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah.
He got injured or some shit.
No, he pulled out the fight. But see, this is the thing. They keep saying that AJ had a last-minute, what's the name, will attack him and all that. But, I mean, but I still kind of feel like, sometimes I feel like that they already knew that shit was going to happen, man, because even if he was prepared for attack him, I still think he was going to look horrible in that fight.
Hey, man, Tackle wasn't no easy task, bro. You know what I mean?
Also, you got to bear in mind, he got nutted in the first round and busted his nose up, so I think kind of threw him off a little bit.
But I'm going to tell you this, though, man. I think AJ is fighting Dillian White next, no doubt. and then he gonna get used to, because used to gonna be better. I don't know why people act like this is a hard ass boxing match to figure out. I mean, because people really think Barry you gonna be used to, really.
Hold on, we gonna talk about that, Trap. That's on the list, bro.
All right. So, but AJ fight Usyk after he fight Dylan White, man. I'm just being real with y'all. He might squeeze Fury in there. Depend. I mean, Wilder. I don't think Wilder's in the view right now. I'm just being honest.
I can agree. Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, about the Dylan White. I mean, I'm a big fan of Dylan White. I prefer Dylan White to Joshua, to be honest. But I don't really want to see that. I'd like to see that fight again in the future, but not before we've sort of consolidated the belt. I'd rather see Dylan White fight Wilder, and I'd rather see Joshua fight Wilder, rather than those two fight each other right now. Do you know what I mean? To be honest with you, I prefer to see Hughie Fury, if he beats Pulev, fight Joshua than Dylan White.
That's a tough fight for Joshua, man. Hughie Fury, I think Hughie Fury will get robbed in that fight.
Quite possibly, yeah. Do you mean Pulev or against Joshua?
Pulev will get knocked out, man.
Yeah, I think Pulev knocked out too.
Might do. I mean,
Pulev against Joshua, Sean Chatter.
That's a good fight, mate. Like, people underestimate Hughie Fury. Like,
no, not Hughie Fury. Yeah. Not Hughie Fury. We're saying Pulev against Joshua. I think Hughie Fury. Like, I'm with Trap. I think Hughie Fury is a tough fight for Anthony Joshua too.
I think Pulev would be quite. I mean, Pulev is good. Pulev is like he's sort of top 10, isn't he? But I think stylistically, I don't see him giving many problems. I think Takam was harder for Joshua than Pulev would have been. Personally,
I'm gonna tell you something, man. That upright Eastern European style, Joshua got that. He got that shit down. I don't see nobody with that type of style that's gonna beat Joshua. He got to beat somebody like a Philip Hakovich that can probably give him some problems. I don't know if he can beat an AJ, but I'm just saying, like, that upright Eastern European style, that shit don't phase AJ. That ain't gonna work.
Yeah, exactly.
You gonna have to jump on AJ. See, to beat AJ, you can't let him think. Because the more he gets to thinking, the more dangerous he becomes, and the more he gets to do what he want to do. If you jump on AJ, that was the thing. Povetkin jumped on him, but he didn't jump on him enough. Because he let AJ get to do too much thinking. It was too much staring in between between the exchanges when they was trying to gauge with each other. He'll let AJ pick and choose when he want to throw a jab and all that shit.
I think that jab changed this shit, though, Trap. Me, myself, I think that jab changed it.
Yes, sir. So I'm gonna tell you why I changed it, because Povetkin wasn't jabbing, it wasn't using his jab either. If Povetkin would have been double jabbing, using his jab, that fight would have been totally different. Not saying that he would have won, but it would have been different.
Right, he gave him a better chance.
He would have gave AJ something to think about, because AJ don't move his damn head. Yeah. AJ, that right hand is a kryptonite to AJ.
Thing is, though, like Joshua's got obviously a reach advantage, but he's quite quick on his feet. He might be a bit like sort of flat-footed at times, but he can kind of like sort of spring back and forth. You know what I mean? Like you see, he can move up the way quite quickly, and he can use his legs to sort of control the range. I think it's Povetkin. He had quite short arms. He just found it quite difficult to close that gap on. That's why he sort of just came in with those big hooks. He's doing the same thing against David Price, but David Price has got no legs, basically. He doesn't try to move out the way, he just covers up and then just sort of takes them on the arms. Joshua's quick enough on his feet to just sort of spring back and forth. Then obviously
that's what that double and triple jab is there for, to close that distance. If you want to keep scooting back, you pumping that jab on his ass until you close the distance.
But it's difficult though when you got he's got quite a disadvantage with a reach, and Povetkin. He's quite small, quite short arms. It's hard for him. He's obviously like 40 as well.
AJ was fucking his body up too, so I know what you're saying, Trap. That jab do give you a better chance, but I don't think his jab was better than AJ jab. Even if you want to try to be the battle of jab, but I understand what you're saying. Like, come in with your jab, make AJ think like, damn, what is he coming with? Instead of trying to come with that damn hook, and AJ looking for the hook. So now I'm saying, you know what I mean? So if you come in, he like, damn, he's fit throw the jab, was he fit throw the hook? That way you still throw him off a little bit. But I still think
he didn't even sell the jab at all. You got to at least sell it some type of way.
Right,
whether it's a bullshit jab, whether you double bullshit, whether you throw 2 bullshit double jabs or 1 hard one, 1 soft one. I don't care. You don't stop jabbing. I don't give a fuck how tall he is. You ain't gonna be able to get in.
You gotta try to set it up. You gotta try to set it up. And Povetkin stop trying to set it up. and he got comfortable with trying to land that big shot. Because when Joshua was giving up his height, which I call it switching up his height, because he was trying to duck that hook, it was just sometimes Povetkin to catch his ass when he get down and switch his height up some, you know. But overall, man, I feel like Joshua took control. Well, we all know he took control. He started sticking that stick to the body, man, and keeping that distance. And when he was keeping that stick to the body, he was sticking him and jumping back to where, I mean, he knew he was coming with the shot. So I just felt like you said, he waited too long, and Joshua got into the groove and started getting this rhythm. And once he got into his rhythm, it was over for him.
See the thing about Ortiz ain't gonna let Joshua think. I'm gonna tell you something. Ortiz, if he was to fight Ortiz, that jab is gone immediately. It ain't even gonna be a factor. AJ will not be able to use his jab like that, bro. It would be hard for him to get it off. Ask Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, being a southpaw at that too, and Ortiz is the better. I think Ortiz is the best technician in boxing. He know to move towards the right, but just like you said, Ortiz keep that. Even if he's not throwing a jab, he putting it up there. Even when he walk into you, step to the side, he got it up there, making your ass think if you fit a shooting and come with something else. Like you say, he kept coming over Wilder shit, like blocking. Ortiz smart, man. He's smart, so that's a whole different animal right there.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Ortiz gonna press you. He gonna make you fight. You ain't gonna just sit there and be thinking and looking at him. Either you gonna look at him get knocked out, or you gonna figure out a game plan to keep this motherfucker up off you. Because Ortiz is gonna press the fuck out you.
That's true. So Trap, you say you want to see him fight Joshua next, but you don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, sorry, you want to see Joshua fight Wilder, but you don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen, bro. It ain't happening.
I think, in my opinion, bro, I really think this. I believe it could happen in April. It's just my opinion because I feel like. But I'm gonna say this: it take the UK fans to be on Joshua ass too.
Hey, Monnie, like, I'm gonna tell you why it ain't gonna happen, bro. They already done said that they gonna wait. They're not gonna wait around for them, but they're not saying that they're not gonna wait to see what's gonna happen, but they're not waiting around. They already this deal ain't White and AJ shit is already a done dollar, bro. Trust me, it's a done deal.
I didn't watch the I got to go back and watch that post fight of AJ too because they said he said some shit. I missed that post fight, but I watched the Usyk thing today.
He ain't saying nothing, man. He ain't talking about shit. The same shit he been talking about, bullshit. AJ said that he ain't got no interest in fighting Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury right now. He said it because he said he's not gonna wait around. So that tells you if he's not waiting around, that means he already got a fight lined up, bro.
I know it's supposed to be Dylan White for April. I know that's supposed to be the thing right there. But you ain't got my messenger. But I just feel like, bro, if Wilder go out here and knock Fury out in impressive fashion, bro, it's gonna be so much clamor and mouthwatering people for that fight, man. But like you say, Trap, I understand what you're saying. It's gonna take the UK fans as well, Sean. You know, you wanna say something, Sean?
I was gonna say, if Dylan White beats Anthony Joshua, do you reckon Deontay Wilder will retire from boxing?
No. Hell no.
No, you said Dylan White do Deontay Wilder.
I heard what he said. No, he won't. No, because y'all ain't gonna do is be sitting back laughing, talking about I told y'all so.
Say Deontay Wilder not gonna retire. Deontay Wilder's gonna get Dylan White in the ring and knock his ass out and become another world.
Yeah, I was just joking. Obviously, the situation with Dylan White, is it?
Because I'm gonna tell you this, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all this: Dylan White versus AJ 2. That's a dangerous ass fight, man. I'm trying to tell you. AJ, if I was AJ, I would have took that 80 million, bro. I just would have took the 80 million. I would have fought Wilder twice.
From BT4. What's all this about? I don't really follow this in like 100% detail. What's all this about sort of BT Sport? Apparently.
Say that again. Say it again, Chatham.
It's 50 million. I don't like follow this in like 100% detail, so I don't know. But I heard that like Frank Warren claimed that he was like going to be coming up with some of this money. And apparently, like Shelley Finkel sort of confirmed it too.
Frank Warren nothing ever came out of Frank Warren's mouth saying he was coming up with the money. Frank Warren said he saw the 50 million. He saw it.
He was saying like for BT, he was going to be coming up with like some money for BT, like to put that fight on BT.
Tell you what I'm doing. Say that again, Sean.
I mean, honestly, I can't really be bothered to like go over this whole sort of thing over and over again. But I just sort of thought I'd mention it. He was saying about BT, like getting that money, some of that money coming from BT in the UK, putting that fight on So it
I,
wouldn't
I,
have
don't
been on
know,
Sky.
I
It
don't
would
know
have been
about that.
on BT
I
Sport.
know Tony Bellew opened up his mouth and I said something to Tony Bellew because they ain't had nothing to do with him. Um, last thing I recall saying is Frank Warren said he saw the 50 million. He talked to Shelly Finkel. Him and Shelly Finkel's been friends for a while, and that the 50 million was true. I never heard
He
nothing about
saw it. How can
120
he see it?
BT or anything like that. I just know the 50 million was true. AJ didn't take it. You know, he didn't take it. It was all about,
How would he know that? How would he know that?
hey,
Like realistically, how would
they
that
know,
work?
bro. Them are businessmen, bro. Them are businessmen.
Yeah, but I'm a businessman, but I don't show people like my details of deals I do with other people. It's
But I'm
illegal
saying
as much as
him and
anything else.
Frank Warren and Shelly Finkel said they've been friends for ages now. So I'm quite sure if they on the phone talking, Shelly Finkel could just like if that's just like me and Trap or me and you. If Trap really believe me, I've been friends with Trap for a minute. I could tell, hey Trap, man, I got this 20, man. I'm about to go in and put this damn 20 on this dude, man. Fuck it. I'm about to do it. It's probably the same way with them, bro. He probably tell him and he trusts him for his word. Like you never
Okay, so
like
that's
yeah,
basically what
man.
it is, isn't it? Frank
But
Warren just sort of thinks it's
but
true.
this how we know the 50 was true, Cheddar, because they made all the tries in the world, bro. Only thing was the reason why AJ didn't take the fight, the reason why Eddie Hearn didn't want the fight. Eddie Hearn already said out his own mouth in so many words that it was true. He said he didn't want the fight to be in America. He said if they got the 50 million, they control the sponsors, what a fight going to be, things like that. And he
Yeah,
said he want control of all of that over in the UK. So that's Eddie Hearn doing, bro. That's Eddie Hearn and Barry Hearn doing. Barry
yeah, but
Hearn's
also,
yeah, but we
what
know
about
better. That's common sense. We know that already. That Eddie Hearn and Barry Hearn, they don't give a fuck if they would have offered 100 million. They want to go take the fight for it to be in America and not have the right to promote what
true?
what
It's true.
what
They want
endorsements, what the fight's going to be.
yeah.
They need control over all that, bro. They're not going to take AJ
Also,
over to America, bro,
yeah,
and get his ass
also,
knocked out.
yeah, I agree with that. But also, like BT Sports, that's a no go. You couldn't have put it on BT Sports. Frank Warren obviously knows that. Shelley Finkel presumably knows that.
That
So
fight
the
wasn't
whole
going
thing
to
to
be
me,
bro.
I
That
mean, the
fight
whole thing to me just seems
that
like
didn't
a
have
bit
nothing to
weird,
do
mate.
with that
What
have
about
nothing to
when?
do with Frank
I
Warren at
mean,
all.
huh?
That fight didn't have nothing to do with Frank Warren at all. That wasn't going on BT
Exactly. So
Sports.
why is he basically like supposedly like sort of seeing confidential contracts and proof of? I mean, it's a bit weird to say the least. I mean, that's not how business works, is it? You don't just get some bloke who's got nothing to do with it. Somehow he's like sort of having access to all these confidential contracts. He's like seeing like transactions. I mean, personally, I don't believe it. If I see proof of it, fair enough. But just based on like Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn and Shelley Finkel, people like that saying it,
Well, we're
I'm
gonna have to
very sceptical.
respectfully agree to disagree, Chatter, because I believe the 50 million was real. Like Layla D said, AJ believed in the 50 million because he responded, "I'm not selling my soul," which means he didn't want to come over here and let his soul leave his body once he get his ass knocked out by Wilder because he knew it
That's
would
just
have
a
been
figure.
bad.
That's a
You know
figure
what I
of
mean?
speech. That's not like sort of the details of to do with like
Oh
the
no,
details.
I know exactly what he mean by that. I know what he mean. I know what he mean. But the thing at the end of the day, Chatter, they Wilder won't keep pumping the 50 million, 50 million if the 50 million went there, bro. I don't think these people will keep saying the 50 million and
It's
went
all in the
there.
past.
Listen, his bluff
Yeah,
got called. Look, all we can say is this, Cheddar. All we can say is this. It's his bluff got called. You know what I mean? It got called and he didn't answer the call. Whether we agree with his decision or not, it's his career. He got the right to do what the fuck he want to do with his career, bro. But
well,
at the end of the day, that's a ball that they drop. Even Shelly Finkel said it's 80 to 100 million right now. In the future, it's 250 million. But if AJ was to get knocked out, what he say? We have to say, oh my God, it was a miss. Then he say, if AJ was to go through his whole career undefeated and never fight Deontay Wilder, he's fine with that as well. To me, Barry Hearn make the call on Anthony Joshua fighting somebody, bro.
Barry Hearn, obviously. I mean, anyway, look. To be honest, mate, like all this stuff, we've everybody sort of could argue to the blue in the face. It's all in the past now, isn't it? We are where we are. Basically, what I want to see now is the fight happen. Not really. We can go
Oh
back
yeah,
and think about what's happened in the past. You know what I mean? We are where we are now. So let's
yeah.
move on. Try and make it.
Like I said, once they moved on, once AJ went Povetkin route and Wilder went Fury route, I said, fuck it, it is what it is, and let's enjoy two good heavyweight fights. But now I'm just
Exactly.
gonna listen, we can move on to Lawrence Cody. I feel like if Wilder go in there and knock out Tyson Fury in impressive fashion, you know what I mean? Which we already know what people gonna say. Oh, Tyson Fury rushed back too fast. All the bullshit that's gonna come with it. But I don't give a fuck about that. I just know people is gonna clamor for that fight. And like I was gonna say, it take the UK fans to put the pressure on Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn to say we want, even after the fight when they say who do you want, they all scream Wilder. If they stick to that and say they want Wilder, 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 I believe the fight can happen.
You got to do the same thing. That you got to do the same thing. That don't let like what.
No, hold on, wait a minute, hold on. Us fans, we want Wilder AJ. Hold on now.
Can I just say one thing? Can I just say one thing? I get the impression, maybe I'm wrong, but I get the impression that a lot of American fans have basically just sort of like made up their minds about what this situation is. So now anything that Wilder does, he's just automatically in the right. It's like, they don't want the fight, so basically whatever happens, they've ducked me and I'm in the right, so there's no pressure on Wilder. He's just going to be the good guy. You got to look at it in terms of what's actually happening from now and analyse the situation rather than just thinking this one's right, this one's wrong, these are liars, these are like sort of beacons of truth and justice. We're on this side. That, do you know what I mean? That's the impression I get.
But let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
He's in a position
now. Let me ask you this. Look. Wilder back. Look, bro. This is how we know Wilder want to fight so fucking bad, bro. And it's not that we just thinking Wilder can't do no wrong. Because if us American fans, we thought Wilder was bullshit and he fucked up the fight, we will be on Wilder ass, bro. We don't play favoritism. The thing is this, bro. Wilder bowed down to that man, and $100 million plus fight took 15 million flat fee. The man said, I will come to the UK and fight where you want me to fight at. The man said, I will give you a rematch clause if I knock your ass out. But if I was to lose, I don't get no rematch clause. Now, all he asked for was a venue and a date. You're not going to sign no fucking contract without no venue and date, bro. We knew Eddie Hearn wanted that fight for April all the time. He never wanted Wilder to fight that, was it this fight or was it last fight? Whichever fight, the last fight. He didn't want that fight, bro. He didn't want.
Has he not signed a fight with Fury with no venue or date?
No, but the thing with Fury was they understood that fight was happening next. You couldn't trust Eddie Hearn. They feel like he couldn't trust it. All Eddie Hearn was to say, he didn't even have to give him a fucking venue. All he had to say was the fight was next, bro. Tell him the fight was next. We know for Tyson Fury and Wilder is next, though. We know for a fact that fight is next.
Sounds like excuses to me, mate. Like, when did he think it was going to be, and where did he think it was going to be? It's obviously going to be either Wembley or.
That's not excuses, bro. That's
anyway, mate. Let's move on anyway.
We can get right. I'm gonna ask you this: what's wrong with Eddie Hearn just saying the fight is next, though? What's wrong with him saying?
I wish he did. I wish he would say that.
Look, no, I'm saying this though, Cheddar. If he bowed down to everything, the 15 million, okay, give me the punk ass 15 million. Okay, I'm coming to fight over in the UK, which I want the fight to happen in the UK, the first fight myself. Okay, I'll give you the rematch clause. I'm giving you everything you want. All I want is a simple fucking question. The fight is, a simple answer, and that's the fight is next. That's all I want. But Eddie Hearn, he wanted the fight we're going to do. Now, you sign your name on the contract. Guess what Eddie Hearn put?
Monnie Brown.
Go ahead, Trap.
Look, man, this is what it boiled down to, man. AJ signed a contract to where he don't have no rights to say who he want to fight next. Bottom line. And Eddie Hearn and Barry Hearn is dictating that they calling the shot. That's just it. How else could you justify ducking 50 million? How else? Whatever Eddie Hearn is a control freak. If he can't control it, he's not gonna go along with the flow. Period. He's not going along with the flow.
Eddie Hearn is a control freak, Cheddar. You know this yourself, bro.
Yeah, mate. I was talking to Black Fight fan yesterday. Made a video there. I'm not some like big Eddie Hearn apologist. Do you know what I mean? I don't think that everything. In fact,
I would agree. You know, you're my brother, man. You know, nothing but love. I know you're not, but you know Eddie Hearn tactics, though, Cheddar. That's all I'm saying. But go ahead, Cheddar.
Yeah, I mean Eddie Hearn. I mean he's a promoter and he's obviously selfish and he's trying to do the best for him and his fighters. And obviously he wants to like make more money. But that doesn't mean like this fight.
He's doing best for him and his family.
So you can't just have a position where anything that Eddie Hearn says is like a lie and anything. What about this like meeting when they were in New York? Do you remember that when Shelley Finkel was saying, "Oh no, it's counterproductive to meet after that like the sort of Instagram offer was made"? You can't tell me this isn't all like quite strange behaviour. For me, from the outside, I haven't seen any of this. I haven't seen like the details. I don't know Eddie Hearn. I don't know Shelley Finkel. I know like Eddie Hearn's sort of quite new. He hasn't really. I've never heard of him ripping anyone off. I've heard of Shelley Finkel doing it, but I haven't heard of Eddie Hearn doing it.
Look at
I don't know the bloke.
Look what he did to Mohari Davis.
I'm finna get to that too. Look, bro. How could you take anybody serious who's sitting up here playing games, two grown ass men playing games. You call them Shirley Winkle and all this old shit. He already knew what to do. The Eddie Hearn was doing that because he did that because he knew that Shirley Finkel, when he heard that, he knew Shirley Finkel didn't want to meet with him on that. He said, this is some kid shit. You know what I mean? Even Dan Raphael the other day on the boxing beatdown, he had to check Eddie Hearn twice on this show because he was calling the show. He was like, no, we're not going to do this on this show. Now, we're going to act right. We're going to be professional. And he started calling him Shelly for real. He started acting like he had some damn sense. But Eddie Hearn knew what he was doing. He did that just on purpose because he didn't want to proceed with the fight. He didn't want to do business with Shirley Finkel. He never wanted to. I mean, shit, he got me saying that shit.
Right, you about to say Shirley Finkel?
For real though, man. Anytime you want to do business, you ain't gonna be doing no bullshit like that. You trying to play with the Bella and all that old shit. Come on, man. Let's be grown men. Let's do business. You the one said that you don't want to do business on social media, but y'all was the main ones doing the shit on social media too. You playing Wilder, but y'all was doing the same shit.
Shelley Winkle's about, I don't know how old he is. Like he's an old man, isn't he?
Shelley, he old enough to be our damn granddaddy. That's all he is.
He still got his mind.
No, I'm not gonna have a.
He got his mind. He ain't done.
Come on. But anyway, I mean, look, it's quite that we. You know what I mean? I've basically said all I got to say. But I just want to. We are where we are. I just want to see it happen now. So whatever's been in the past, what's done is done. Let's basically make it happen.
Let's make it happen. We agree, bro.
I don't want to see anybody.
I want to happen because look, it done divided the boxing community like a motherfucker, man. Like we can't even have good debates no more because it's Anthony and Wilder shit. And like I said, man, I said this shit here damn near took me out of the game. I damn near didn't even want to make videos no more because of this shit.
I mean, I'm still a fan. Look, that's why I said I'm still look. I know how to. With me, I understand all the shit trap. So I don't like. Yes, I'm pissed off that Eddie Hearn fucked the fight up, but I'm still gonna be a fan of Anthony Joshua. Now, I mean, like I say, it ain't gonna knock me off for getting the DAZN app and watching the UK fighters. But at the end of the day, we just gotta keep the shit real and call it straight down the middle. That whatever it is, if it was our side that fucked it up, I will admit it. But on that side, we know it was Eddie Hearn now because Wilder keep trying to press, man. And it got to the point where Wilder was just like, fuck it, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Let's move on. Now, like you say,
you got Paul Crotch and everybody. Yeah, my bad, bro. My bad.
Oh no, I was just saying, like Cheddar said, we at where we at with it now. We got to push for it, but it's gonna take the UK fans, man, to make that fight happen.
Yeah, mate. Well, count me in on that.
Yeah. You want to get the last word, Trap? I'm moving to Lords of Cody.
No, man.
I've been saying I wanted.
Huh?
All right. We can move on to Lawrence of Coley. I don't know if everybody heard no Lawrence of Coley. Man, I like Lawrence.
We know Lawrence.
Now I'm talking about in the trap. I mean, not in the trap, in the damn chat. Damn trap. You got to in the trap. But you know, I like Lawrence of Coley, man. Go ahead, Chad. Get your thoughts on him.
Well, yeah, Lawrence of Coley. I mean, he was an Olympian. People are kind of taking the piss out of his style, really. Since the beginning, they've said that he's crap. He's like a bit awkward. He doesn't really have any boxing skills. He's just a big puncher. I mean, he's massive, like for the weight, very tall. I like him. I like his mentality. He seems very, very focused, very switched on, clever. He reminds me a little bit in terms of his mindset. He's a bit like Joshua. I mean, he's quite serious and he's sensible about what he's doing. He fought, obviously, Isaac Chamberlain, which was a big fight, like in England. They're both from London. They both knew each other. Isaac Chamberlain's from Brixton. Colley's from Hackney. They're like two, not rival areas, but they're both two like pretty notorious areas in London. So there's quite a lot of pressure in that fight. Both of them had like about 9 or 10 fights. So he had that. It was a terrible fight. It was basically just a wrestling match from a Colley. That was headlining as well. And then he had the fight against Wadkit for the European, was it the Commonwealth? And he looked good in that. And then he had this fight again, and it was obviously not chief support.
Talking about Luke Watkins.
That's the one. Yeah, Watkins. Yeah, York Hall. And then he fought for the British title against Matty Askin. I only saw the first half of the fight because I had to do something else. But fuck me, it was terrible. It was literally like, I mean, I prefer to watch UFC. I mean, it's a similar kind of style. he got 3 points deducted, didn't he?
Yeah.
The thing is, with Collie, he's got a very good punch. He's obviously very tall, but he tries to fight on the inside, but he can't fight on the inside. He just hit you one and just grab you, like wrestle you. So I don't know. First of all, I don't know why he's doing that. He's like 6'6". He's tall and he's got long reach. He's got quite quick feet. He's got a decent jab, good straight right hand. But he, for some reason, just wants to wrestle on the inside. I saw him on Twitter basically say, like, apologising for the performance, and I just watched it back, and even I thought it was shit. So, you know, he's got the right attitude at least. He's going to try and improve, but I don't think he's going to be getting like another support on the pay-per-view anytime soon. I mean, he's going to have a couple of fights first. I don't think many people will be rushing out to see him after that. Basically, 2 out of 3 performances have just been awful. I mean, he's fighting pretty good level of competition, really, bearing in mind he's only had about 10 fights. So he's sort of learning quite a lot, but yeah, he didn't do himself any favours with that.
What's your thoughts, Strap?
Yeah, man. Back to the sauce, man. Lawrence Okolie, man. Like Chatter said, man. I concur with with everything he said, pretty much. But I'm talk about some other little shit. But I heard a person compare him to the Deontay Wilder of the cruiserweights. How people criticize him, how awkward he is. You know, his fight style. You know, either gonna be an exciting fight, or gonna be in a really boring fight. And that's the pattern with Okolie. Is he got a good fight, horrible fight, good fight, horrible fight, good fight. It goes, the same pattern. And Chatterboxing just confirmed that. But I think that some people saying he's being rushed, but I mean he's fighting all the top guys at a domestic level with 10, 11 fights. So if he's winning, he ain't really being rushed. It's just that his style, he don't like Chatter said, is once you get in the inside, it just seems like he's like he got a personal space complex or something, like he just don't like nobody getting in close on him. When he do, he'll hit you, he'll grab you and kind of like wrestle you to the ground, be looking all awkward and shit, and then it makes his performance look atrocious, you know what I mean? But the thing I didn't like, this is what I didn't like though. I seen an interview with Eddie Hearn, man, and Eddie Hearn kind of threw him under the bus. I can understand why he said that, but he didn't have to say it like that. He didn't have to put that all out on candy camera talking about he felt like Lawrence Okolie should have been disqualified or had took way more points from him or something like that. I was like, what?
He said that?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, he said that, bro. I said, look at this shit here, man. This is Joshua's boy. This is the co-main event. You know what I mean? And he always either a headline, he'd be the co-main event on Joshua's card. And I've just been hearing that a lot of people be chopping him behind his back and shit, be acting like that, and then they be trying to go they're cool with him, but I mean, just all type of little shit like that.
Yeah. My thoughts though on Lawrence Okolie, man. I agree with both of you. I like him, man. It's like he learning on the job, bro. You know what I mean? He learning on the job and he taking these big ass fights. And I think he see Joshua spotlight, you know what I'm saying? And you see how Joshua doing it to where, you know what I mean? He do look up to Anthony Joshua. So he's trying to take that same route, but he just not giving the same performances. He got the energy and the mindset, like you say, Cheddar. It just he gonna have to find out how to keep that distance, man. He need to find himself a good 1-2 trap. You know what I mean? Get himself a good 1-2. Because like you say, trap, that's how I kept getting pissed off, because he'll hit him, but he'll hit him and he already be closed in to where he gotta grab him. You know what I mean? So like you say, a space complex to where you gotta learn range and distance, man. You need to learn range and distance. And he learned it on the job, and he fight good fucking fighters. He fighting good fighters, but he got good conditioning. You know what I mean? He got the strength to see that he that tall and little that he ain't gonna be moved around the ring. It's just about him getting better technique, man, and learning range and distance. I think it's something that can be fixed. But he did the fight last night, the Chamberlain fight. He did make the shit kind of, you know what I mean, unlikable. You know what I mean? Even though he dropped Eddie Chamberlain. I mean, what's his name? What's Chamberlain's first name?
Isaac
Chamberlain. I call him, man, Eddie Chamberlain. Yeah. But Isaac Chamberlain, he dropped him. But in this fight, I feel like he could have did way more. Look, he won the fight hands down. To me,
American gangster, bro.
Right. I feel like he won the fight every round to me, yo. Every round, just even the points that got took me. So I just think it's range of distance, because you see he got the skill level, man. He just got to learn how to use that shit, you know. But Eddie Hearn throwing him on the bus, I don't agree with that. I feel like he got time to get it right, you know. But he gonna need some fights to get it right up. He can't go into these like now. He the British champion, right? He the cruiserweight British champion, so he gonna have people coming for that belt. He gonna have to get certain fighters that you got to learn how to use certain things on. You know what I mean? Instead of fights that's gonna bring it to you. Cause I said that he was gonna go rounds this fight. You know, I thought he could have got the knockout, but on my Instagram I said this fight gonna make him go rounds, and I thought he would have learned something in this fight, but it didn't look like he really learned nothing. But maybe when he go look at tape, it make his ass get in the gym and work for something else. But like Trap said, you can't knock the man if he winning. Shit. At the end of the day, only thing that matters is that W. No matter how you get that bitch, as long as you get that W, and that's all that matters. So those things you can fix. But
one thing.
Go ahead, Cheddar.
So one thing I would say, I mean, he was like the home fighter. He's like much bigger. Like obviously, I don't know. Matty asking, he might be signed to match him. I don't think so. He's definitely not as important in their plans. So he got 3 points taken off. Now, I'm not saying it.
The first one he was using his head. And
if he was the away fighter in that, who knows how many points he would have had taken off? Do you know what I mean? I mean, you'd think that they'd be like more lenient with him.
Even getting the points taken off, he still won every fucking round to me. But go ahead.
But he's a strong character, Lawrence Okoli. He's not gonna feel sorry for himself, and do you know what I mean? I think he's got the right attitude to keep improving, but he can't keep on like trying to fight on the inside, wrestling people like that. And also, I don't think it'd be a bad idea for him not to have his next fight so high profile as well, because that's sort of 2 high profile performances in a row, and people remember like, mud sticks. Do you know what I mean? Once you get a reputation for something, it's very difficult to shift it, even if it's unfair. Even if you've sort of left that behind you, people still remember it. Oh yeah, Lawrence, he's the one who's in shit fights, isn't he?
Look at Sean Porter. Sean Porter still got that image of he'll hurt you in the ring, though. Feel me? Because of the style. They like, oh yeah, he beat Danny good, but you still that type of fight you want to fight. You know, it's gonna turn into something else. But on the quarter though, don't get it twisted. That power in that right hand is real. Don't get it twisted. He didn't get to be an Olympian just from fighting ugly and hitting and holding. No. He was knocking motherfuckers out. Ask AJ and ask all the motherfuckers who getting hit with that wax stick he got in that right hand. You understand what I'm saying? But like Chatterboxer said, he is a strong character because he the type of guy, man. He's so strong on himself. He got the strong personality. Period. Like you could tell in his interviews. You know, he ain't gonna. He the type of guy you ain't gonna be able to be shaking and faking around because he gonna put you on blast.
Yeah,
and I agree. He just one of the fighters that he just got to figure it out, yo. It's something that he got to figure out. They got to get it right in the gym. But once he do figure it out, we will see all his potential. Because I still like him. I'm still high on him. You know what I mean? Because he got the, like you say, he got the courage, he got the mindset, and like Trap say, the power is real, yo. That power is real. You just gotta learn how. You gotta get that range of distance to learn how to land that shit properly. You know what I mean? And I think once he figure it out, I think Lawrence Okoli will be okay.
A lot of people have compared him to Deontay Wilder in a sense that he's quite tall. He's physically a lot stronger than he looks. He's got a killer right hand, and he's got that unpredictability about him. Now he's obviously not as polished. He's a novice, really, isn't he? But he's got something of a Wilder about him, in my opinion.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. When you start seeing AJ and Lawrence Okoli sparring again, that's when you're gonna know AJ from the soft. That's when you're gonna fight Wilder.
Yeah, I'd like to see Fury spar Okoli for Wilder.
Yep. When he starts sparring heavyweights,
Okoli ain't gonna help Fury.
Yeah, but it's that awkward style. It's awkward.
Yeah, but he AJ boy. He ain't finna help Fury. Yeah.
Nah, probably not. But if he could, it'd be ideal.
You saying that awkward style, Trap?
Yeah, he's awkward. He's lanky. He got the type of like little, kind of like not the same, attributes, but kind of, you know what I mean? Just
right.
It's gonna give you an uncomfortable feel in there.
Yeah, with that tall build and the way they bounce in, the foot moving and shit like that.
All that.
Well, let's talk about this. Go ahead, Trap. Get the last word.
Oh no, go ahead.
Now we gonna move to Usyk and Bellew. I just got to watching the press conference. Did you watch the press conference, Trap?
No, man.
Chatter, you watched the press conference, or did you say no?
No, I didn't see. I saw about a little 3-minute clip of Bellew basically saying, I've got more power, I carry power, and
Carry
Usyk
power.
basically just
You're
telling,
never
just
gonna be hit like this, son.
carry power, simple as that.
Go ahead, Sean. Get your thoughts on the Usyk and Bellew.
I think, and I hope that Usyk schools him, and just I'm not a fan of Bellew. I don't like the bloke. I like Usyk. I can't see Bellew winning. I don't really see what advantage he has. Usyk, as far as I can see, is quicker than him, stronger than him, more skillful than him, better ring IQ than him, younger than him, more active than him. I just don't really see what Bellew brings to the table. In his own mind, he's like some, I've got the knockout, but well, he hasn't really, has he? I mean, yeah, he can punch a little bit, but does he punch harder than Gassiev or Bradis or some of these other Marcus, all these other people that he's fought people who are a lot better than Bellew, in my opinion. Usyk, and made it look easy, and he's done it in their hometowns. So I see him coming in and just battering Bellew, to be honest, and I hope he does.
What's your thoughts, Strap?
Man, look, man. I don't see how Bellew gonna win either. Shit, the only way I'm gonna tell you, the only weakness I see, and that's not the only thing I see, but that's the only thing I really see that he could take advantage of right now. I have to go do most film study on Usyk. Besides, this is the thing with Usyk. It's two things that you need to know. These are the two things that I know that you must be able to control in order to make Usyk uncomfortable in there, to see how good he really, really is. If you let Usyk pivot to his right, that's all he do is pivot to his right all day long. Yeah. Him and Lomachenko, they pivot to their right a lot because they left-handed. If you force them to go to their left, and another thing about Usyk, he don't mind giving up his real estate. Like, he'll let you come in, he'll get small, he'll let you work, and he'll give that up. He'll get on the ropes and all that. And that's the only two things, that's the main thing that I think that Tony Bellew could have success with if he can just rush, just stay on Usyk and not let him control the range, and when he's able to get inside, make it rough and ugly for him every time, rough and ugly, and stay on him. You know what I mean? Stay on him. I don't know if he has the ability to force Usyk to going to his left, for the majority of the fight, but I know he can get it inside and get some success if he let his hands go. But other than that, I don't see him beating Usyk. To be honest with you, man, I don't see
me myself. I feel like Bellew can have some success, man. I pick Usyk to win the fight, but the style Usyk got, like you say, you got to crowd this damn space, man. Crowd the space. I think Tony Bellew. One thing I like about Tony Bellew is the man is he's serious with himself. Like you say, I know you can knock me out. I mean, I know you the best boxer, you this, you that, but I'm not gonna be sitting up there with my hands up like he did fucking Gassiev, you know what I mean? And even looking at Usyk, I don't know if he's stronger than Tony Bellew. I don't know, bro, because like you don't see the power coming out of Usyk in those fights. You don't see the power. He got great fucking hands, good hand speed, good punch placement. Go downstairs, he can move, and like you say, Chop, he always pivot to the right. Tony Bellew gonna pick up on that, bro. I think Tony Bellew gonna try to make this shit rough and tough, stay in his face, and I do think he can do that, bro. But Usyk gonna have to hit him with something to get his attention. He gonna have to hit Bellew with something to get his attention, because Bellew know what's at stake, bro. He already saying this might be his last fight. You know what I mean? So he finna come this motherfucker and give it all he got, bro. And I feel like he go get in there, he go crowd that space. That motherfucker go rush in and crowd that space, bro. Like Usyk.
Real quick, man.
Huh?
I said, let me ask him real quick. And the thing about Usyk, what I know Gassiev showed us that you got to punch with Usyk. If you punch with him, you can have. Yeah, if you could trade, when you trade with him, you get good success trading with him.
Yep.
When he punch, you got to exchange when he punch.
And remember the British fight, the Marius British fight? He was on Usyk ass, bro. He was on his ass, and the last 2 rounds won Usyk that fight. So I think Tony can look at
British
that.
Is much better than Bellew.
Yeah, much better than him, but it's a game plan on how to have success against him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying he's British from a long shot.
one thing I would say about Bellew, I'd say one thing that if I was a sort of Bellew supporter, one thing that I would be kind of quietly confident about is that he is, for all the stuff I've just said about him not having any advantages, he is a student of the game. If you listen to him like analysing stuff, his opponents, he doesn't. He notices a lot of stuff. The David Hay thing, everybody said, "Oh, David Hay's going to take him out," because we didn't know like what he knew. Like he just sort of looked at David Hay and thought he was completely shot to pieces. He saw in him. He is the kind of person who potentially could pick up stuff in Usyk that I haven't noticed. Well, he probably has. Whether he's able to then put that to use in the fight is another thing. But he is at least very good at that, like analysing stuff and picking up on things that, you know, a lot of people wouldn't notice and exploiting it.
Right. But I actually think he's gonna train his ass off. You know, this for all the belts, bro. This for undisputed, and this gonna be his last go round. I believe that he crazy enough to give it all he got and go in there and just say, "Fuck it, I'm finna make you fight, Usyk. You got to knock me out. I'm gonna knock you the fuck out." And he gonna try to make it that type of fight, bro. He know he got to crowd that space, and I believe him, bro. I really believe Tony Bellew. He'll go in there and try to make this shit tough. Now, with all that being said, I do pick Usyk to win. I think Usyk IQ is enough, and the skill level is enough to find a way to win that fight. But I do think it's gonna be a tough ass fight for Usyk. I believe it's gonna be tough, bro. But I see him winning the 12 rounds. I don't see him knocking Tony Bellew out. I don't see it.
No. I don't think. I just think he's just gonna outbox him, man. I think, like you said, I think he'll get enough to get that decision, man. But I mean, like you said, you can't count Tony the Tiger out, man. You can't count him out.
I can sort of see Usyk beating him up, to be honest, because the reason I say that, he was at the Joshua fight the other night, him and Lomachenko. There's nowhere in the world that's got like an atmosphere like the UK when it comes to like boxing or football, that sort of stuff. The reason why like a lot of the way like people fight in England and like all that is kind of quite hectic. People do get influenced by that sort of energy. I can see him fighting Bellew in that kind of atmosphere, that kind of intensity, and just basically stepping on the gas and just putting a beating on him because he's enjoying the kind of energy and the atmosphere in there. I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of these places, Usyk, yeah, because the last place he fought like it in Russia, in Latvia, in Poland. I mean, Poland, that's a good atmosphere. But a lot of these places are quite quiet, chilled out. Do you know what I mean? It's not really. Everyone's shouting, singing. It's a mad atmosphere. I can see him, the kind of character he is, rising to that, putting on a show and just beating the shit out of Bellew. That's what I think.
He do be getting amped up to that shit. They be saying, "Ooh, sick." He be getting his shoulders worked up. He be getting the groove. He be getting pumped up. But the thing about Usyk, man, that's some bitch. I ain't never seen him catch no second win yet.
Yeah, me neither, man.
Yeah, I want to see him move up to heavyweight. That's going to be interesting.
I want to see that motherfucker get tired for once.
Nah, Lomachenko said he better not move up to heavyweight. It's too early right now.
Yeah, that's what Loma said. Loma said no.
Start for 2 more years, then go there.
I think he'll be all right at heavyweight. A lot of people are like, oh, he get knocked out by Joshua. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think AJ can beat Usyk, man.
Man, AJ will knock him out, Trap.
I don't think so, bro. I don't think so, bro.
Up there, bro. I mean, he can beat certain fighters at heavyweight, bro. But if you ain't got the AJ, not fit to wait on your ass. Especially Usyk. Like Usyk, I do like Usyk, bro. The skill level, his boxing style, Trap. But when you talking about, look, the top 4, Ortiz, Fury, Wilder, Joshua, he's not beating them, bro.
I'm gonna say this: it'll be a tough fight to me, in my opinion. I just think because he's a southpaw, man, he'll give AJ problems with that. But AJ, listen, man. If you can take AJ's jab away, he is nothing. I'm trying to tell you, because for one, he don't shoot the jab frequently. He shoot it. It's like he only shoot it one. He don't double up. He don't triple up. He don't change the variation of it or nothing. He got one speed, one pop, one shot jab. That's it.
That's what
him and Triple G got the same jab. It's the same rhythm, the same volume, the same everything every time.
Spencer Ferguson said that too. Chop said AJ need to start doubling up on that jab because he got a good double up jab. So he don't use it though.
Man, I said that shit years ago. I'm like, he used the jab, but he shoots it once at a time. That's not. I mean, that, you know, that somebody who was that talking about somebody with a master? Oh, never mind. I forget it. Never mind. But yeah, man, that goes back to what we were saying about that too. Yeah, you got to be able to have different speeds of jab. You got to be able to change it up. You
Switch it
can't throw
up.
the same one. You got to throw, multiples of jabs. All that.
Yeah, people pick up on that speed and start counting your ass a lot. But the
Because
thing is,
it is, huh?
I don't think Uzi got the power to compete up there with them dudes, bro. Like he'll
Yeah,
be in the box a little bit, but I think once they feel his power, they gonna start coming to his ass. Now, Craig, I know the punches hurt. Don't get me wrong, but with them type of dudes being hit, how they been hit, and they be like Uzi, it's okay. You know, AJ, it's okay, power, but I think they'll catch Uzi ass up.
yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't think it'll be easy as everybody think it is. I could be wrong though. I could
Nah, I
be
mean,
wrong.
his skill level gonna have him in the fight. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's like that, but I just don't think if you ain't got the power to hang with them big ass heavyweights to get
Cause I'm gonna tell you this though, bro. AJ don't look, man. The AJ do throw combinations, but he don't throw enough combinations to me he don't let his hands go enough to me to keep Usyk in endangerment. I think AJ still don't trust in his conditioning like that, in my opinion. I still think in the back of his mind he knows he'll get tired or he think he will, and it starts to play a psychological mind game on him. That's just my opinion.
I heard. Sean, what's your thought about Uzi going up fighting them top heavyweights? Think he can hang?
I'd like to see it. I mean, like, let's start with like Joshua. If you're basically moving around, like missing, chasing someone around, I could definitely see Joshua like spending quite a lot of energy and struggling with Usyk. Usyk's very elusive, quick on his feet, he's clever, he's accurate, he's got a very high work rate. If he's sort of forcing Joshua to expend a lot of energy, chasing him around, missing, you know what I mean? I definitely could see Usyk beating him. I'm not saying he would. I'd like to see him fight against someone a bit bigger first before I see that. I'd like if he went up to heavyweight and fought like a sort of decent heavyweight, then I'd be in a better position to comment. But I definitely would be interested to see it against who else do you there? Tyson Fury. I mean, I think Tyson Fury's too big, too tall, too long, too quick on his feet, and too skillful as well. Being stylistic, I don't really see him beating Fury. Fury can quite easily switch southpaw himself. I don't get me wrong, I'd like to see it, but I think that's the hardest one for him. Wilder, I think he could beat Wilder, but then obviously, like anyway, he could just get knocked out, couldn't he, against Wilder? That's the thing. It's difficult to really anyone I sort of predict to fight Wilder. I look at him and think, yeah, he's better than Wilder. He could probably beat him quite easily. But then ninth round, maybe, boom, he just gets knocked out. You know what I mean? But who knows? In terms of who else you met?
Ortiz.
Povetkin. Who?
You can say Povetkin and Luis Ortiz.
Povetkin. I'd like to see Povetkin, mate. Ukraine v Russia. Bit of needle there. That'd be quite interesting. Obviously, Povetkin's smaller heavyweight as well. That'd be interesting. Povetkin, I mean, he's a fucking hard puncher, isn't he? And that'd be tough. Stylistically, I think he could do it though. Maybe Luis Ortiz. That's an interesting one. That both very very skillful, both southpaws. Ortiz is, I mean, a bit bigger, isn't he?
Yeah.
But he's obviously quite old as well. Don't know. I mean, I'd love to see that Usyk against Ortiz. Yeah, that would be a very interesting one. If I could pick one,
Luis Ortiz got good time.
Huh?
Luis Ortiz got good timing.
Yeah, that's two very, very skilled fighters. I mean, Ortiz obviously got the size advantage, but he's, Usyk's younger, fresher, both very skilled. I'd love to see that. I wouldn't put any money on that one. I'd just enjoy it.
Yep. Do you agree with him, Trap?
Who did he say about you? What did he say about Usyk and Povetkin? I missed that one, kinda. I didn't catch all of that one.
I think that's quite an interesting one. I mean, Povetkin's dangerous because he's a very, very hard puncher. Because he's a bit smaller, he's not like quick on his feet, but he's not quite as heavy, so he might not have quite the same speed advantage. He's got fast hands, Povetkin. So I reckon against a lot of these heavyweights, they just look well slow to him. Someone like Povetkin is a bit more like a cruiserweight almost, isn't he? With the power that he has. I'd pick, again, don't know, it's a tough one, mate. I'd probably go for Usyk, but I wouldn't say that with any real confidence.
Oh yeah, I mean I can agree. I think Usyk could beat Povetkin. I think he will. I think that I think he'll give Povetkin some problems. But
Yeah, I that too.
but for the Ortiz, I think that'd be a high speed chess match. I think the only thing about that, if Usyk can make it to past the first half of the round of the fight, it might be looking real ugly for Ortiz, boy. Cause
The condition,
Usyk got that gas, man.
yeah, that's true.
That heart pressure or like blood pressure problem he's got as well, ain't he?
Yeah, man. And, you get the gassing out, and Usyk gonna be still charged up. I ain't thinking about no second win because he ain't never caught one yet. So
Yeah.
it could be
That's
looking real ugly. That's the
that's
last
what I
thing
thought.
you're
Wilder,
gonna do is be in a fight and gas out, boy. It's get real bad for you.
That condition won that. The conditioning won that previous fight because Maris was on his ass. Them last 2 rounds though, he was dead. Oops, just took it to his ass.
I think Wilder was a good stylistic matchup for Ortiz compared to the other top heavyweights, just because he's not that active. I mean, he's like looking for that perfect punch. He doesn't really push the pace. Someone like Usyk or Joshua, even like sort of people talk about the Dylan White fight. Now, like obviously that's a fight I'd like to see. If Dylan White fights with a real pace, I don't know if Luis Ortiz, if he doesn't knock Dylan White out in the first part of the fight, like Trap House is saying, I don't know if he can really handle it, mate. Because
I
Ortiz,
love to see Dylan White versus Ortiz too, man. But Dylan White ain't going nowhere near Ortiz, bro.
Hold on, Dylan White. Let me clear this up. Dylan White basically was what #1 in the WBC, right? And then they're saying, oh, you got to fight this bloke who's just been knocked out for the fight for this belt you're supposed to be fighting for. He's just been knocked out. Now you got to fight him to be the second mandatory. When the first basically have to wait about 2 years to fight Wilder. If I've got to fight this bloke who's been knocked out, or should I go and fight Joseph Parker on pay-per-view for millions of pounds? Who in their right mind can seriously tell me that he's ducked Ortiz?
Yeah,
Absolutely mad.
he don't want on Ortiz, bro.
Duck anyone, mate.
You said
If
who
they'd have
on
said,
that duck
if he'd have
Ortiz?
said, that'd been for the what?
I can hear you said who in their right mind duck Ortiz or what you said?
Dylan White never ducked Ortiz. That's ridiculous. Dylan White, they said,
Dylan
right,
White,
you
listen,
Ortiz just gets knocked out. Now you have to fight him for
I
like to
agree.
become like second
I
manager.
agree
Wait
with Dylan
about
White
2
taking it.
years. Why would he do that when he can fight Joseph Parker, who's just as big, well, much bigger name for much more money
Exactly.
on pay-per-view? Why would you do that? If they said to him, "Oh, you fight Dylan Luis Ortiz to be the actual mandatory, and then you fight Wilder next," he would have done it. You're not going to do it and then be like second manager if you're in Brazil. Whenever like the WBC are going to like finally make him fight a mandatory, it would just be a stupid thing to do from his point of view.
Listen to me, Cheddar. I agree with everything you said. I wasn't pissed off that he took the safer fight with Joseph Parker and still
Not
almost
safer. It was more money.
safe.
Much more money.
Yes, more money, but at the end of the day, it still was the safer fight. Look, Joseph Parker just got to fight AJ. You understand? Had a belt, all that. So he's a former champion. Luis Ortiz wasn't a former champion, but he's more dangerous. Yes, I don't agree with you. I mean, I don't disagree. Like, okay, go get the more money fight, but it was the more safer fight. I think if he'd have beat Luis Ortiz, he got more credibility. You know what I mean? That's just me though.
But why would he? But what?
Hey,
They have
Money.
2 years to be like
That's right.
mandatory, to be like
Hey,
second. But what?
y'all carry on for a minute, man. I'm gonna hop back in a minute. I'm still gonna stay on though.
All right.
Second,
Go ahead, Cheddar.
second mandatory. What's that all about?
Say it again,
Do you
Cheddar.
know what I mean? To be like the sort of second mandatory. Do you know what I mean? What's that all about? Second mandatory. If you did it to like first mandatory, like mandatory challenger, that's one thing. But to be like second, it's just ridiculous.
No, I agree with that. The second mandatory is I agree with that. But my thing
Why was
was
Lewis getting
feel like-
knocked out
I feel
and then
like
put ridiculous, mate?
Go ahead, Cheddar. Say it again because I was talking over you. Go
No, they were
ahead,
just
bro.
messing him about, weren't they? WBC just completely messing him about. So he's like, do you know what? They're just taking the piss. You know what I
Right.
mean? I've been paying all these sanctions fees. I'm in there. Basically, like, this bloke gets to fight. He gets knocked out. Now they're saying, oh, you've got to fight this bloke. So you can basically wait 2 years to get a mandatory challenge. He's like, well, do you know what? Fuck off. I'm going to go and, like, have another big fight for a load of money against another top fighter. And you lot can fuck off. And I don't blame him. And
I
that's
agree. I agree with the WBC. Two fucking managers. When did they ever fucking start doing that? So I do agree with that situation. It's just that I made a video on Ortiz and White, and I thought that fight was signed, sealed, and delivered. You know, I
Yeah,
felt like, look, I'm not mad at the Joseph Parker fight because Joseph Parker is just as credible when you talking about the top heavyweights. You know what I mean? When you talking about the top heavyweights, he's fucking credible, yes. But I feel like he'd have got more credit if he would have beat Luis Ortiz than Joseph Parker. Now, what you're saying is, yes, you take the more money fight, you at home, and it puts you in a position to fight Anthony Joshua again, which I don't knock, bro. I just feel like the safer fight was Joseph Parker, in my opinion.
so why would you trust like the WBC after the way they treated you? You're thinking this is just a joke. And he actually said he showed the thing like, didn't he? Said if basically if Wilder had like agreed that if he beats Ortiz, I'll basically fight him there, he would have done it. But that's not what happened. So it was just wasting his time. Don't get me wrong, it's a good fight. I'd love to see the fight, but
Let me
this
say this.
idea that
Hey, Jamal Wright, bro. Cheddar is my brother, bro. This ain't no debate to where we trying to slander each other, bro. This just a heated little debate, but we agree to disagree. When we finish with this chat, man, Cheddar go talk offline, bro. This ain't what you think it is, bro. This is a good dude right here, a real man, and we salute
yeah. Hello, you there?
Cheddar. You there?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened there. It went
That was my the internet clicked off. I got a
right. Okay.
man, nephew came here, unplugged the internet. I could have killed him right now. But yeah, Jamal, right, man. This is a brother right here, bro. We respect him, bro. Nothing but respect for Cheddar Boxing. Nothing but the utmost respect, bro.
Yeah, it's
But
all a
yeah,
bit of fun. All a bit of
right,
fun, mate.
right.
Talk.
Let him know, Cheddar. We go with it off. We go with it off air, bro. So we giving y'all the real raw. This just real. It's real right here.
I mean, to be honest, mate, a good thing about like you two, like obviously you two over in America, talk to people in different countries. It's good fun, mate. Debating boxing, people take it a bit seriously. You know what I mean?
No doubt, no doubt. But you know, it's all respect on this channel, man. And you're a good man, Cheddar. You my brother. And ain't none of that shit gonna happen, man.
Likewise, mate. Appreciate it.
But yeah, we can move on to Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, Cheddar. Give your thoughts on that fight.
That's a great fight, isn't it? I mean, it's I'm sort of in a like I said yesterday, sort of black fight fan. I got like mixed feelings about it. So on
Hold
the
on,
one hand, I would like
Cheddar. Later D said, "What's taking a piss?" She said, "Does that mean in UK talk mean bullshitting?" He said, "Taking a piss."
taking a piss. Okay, well, it can mean like having a lot joking. If I say to you, like, if I sort of make a joke and you get a bit offended, I say, no, I'm only taking the piss, mate. Like I'm having a joke. Or it can basically mean like taking someone for an idiot or a fool. If I say like, oh, you're taking a piss out of me, it means you're basically taking me for an idiot, taking me for a fool.
Layla D, you can't hear us. You still can't hear us. There's no nothing coming back. Did y'all hear us in the chat?
Yeah, I should say that again.
Can you hear me, chatter?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate. Yeah, do you want me to explain that again?
Oh, no, they hear us. They hear us. Okay, they can. Okay. Yeah, she said she got it. She got it. She said thanks. All right, let's move on, chatter. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. Your thoughts, big brother?
Yeah, on the one hand, I'd like to see Tyson Fury in a couple more sort of serious, or at least one more like serious against a proper opponent before he goes in there with Wilder. Do you know what I mean? Because like the first fight was obviously I'd never heard of the bloke. He was just some sort of 60-year-old cruiserweight, whatever. The other one was like, I mean, he was ranked about 150 in the world. I remember seeing him get knocked out by Vladimir Klitschko about 10 years ago. Back then, everyone was like, "Who the fuck is this?"
Right.
So, I mean, he didn't look that great, but I do think he can step up his game for the big occasion. He's had a bit of time to prepare since then. It's going to be in December. I would like to see him fight against, someone a bit more serious beforehand. But so the other side is that if he does win, if he does pull it off, then it's just even better, isn't it? If you can come back and then just go and like pull off a fight like that, then I like it. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I got mixed feelings about it.
I look at it
I
like.
still think.
Go ahead.
But it's a fight I've wanted to see for a long time. Obviously, the opportunity presented itself. You've got obviously like AJ and Wilder situations getting pretty boring. So this, has given us something a bit more interesting to look at, and it's good for both of them because whoever wins this is now like then you got them against Joshua, and it's even bigger, isn't it? And then you really got like now we're gonna know who is the top boy out of these three.
Yep, I agree. I totally agree. I feel like
I can't wait for the press tour.
Oh, yep, and it's coming soon. My thing is this though. I feel like Fury got himself in good shape. You know what I mean? Now, did he face that one credit opponent that say, you know what, Fury back? I can agree with that as well. But at the end of the day, when you are a top-notch heavyweight and you know your body, I can't really say rushing back because he had a good training camp the first fight. He had a good training camp the second fight. And now his third fight going up against Deontay Wilder, he's really going to work his ass off. Like I said, there's no pushing around. I'm not bullshitting. So he gonna get in the gym. He gonna work his ass off, And just the Deontay Wilder, no doubt Jamal right, bro. And Deontay Wilder, no, sorry, Tyson Fury, he's gonna be ready, bro. Now do it translate in the ring. We just gotta wait and see. Because my opinion is, you come back, you get 2 tune-ups, and then you get into that ring. You get back into it, So Fury, man, I feel like he's saving the UK. This is just my honest opinion. I feel like he think he's saving the UK with the Joshua fight falling through with Wilder, and there's a lot of people saying it was Joshua's fault, regardless of all that shit. I feel like he feel like, you know what, I'm gonna step in. I'm about to fight Wilder. It's a big ass fight, and I answered the call. I answered the call, and
yeah, he's the man, didn't he? You've got to respect it. He sees himself as the top boy. So Joshua has like sort of come on. It was like him and Wilder. Obviously, when he beat Klitschko, then it was like him and like he was the man. Wilder was like the sort of, the number one contender, so to speak. Then he left, and then Joshua, like the rise of Anthony Joshua. So he's like, no, I'm the fucking boy here. I'm going to go and like beat Wilder, and then I'm going to come back and beat Joshua. Obviously, if he does win, then he's going to have there's a rematch clause, isn't there? One thing I would say though, I'd feel a lot better if Peter Fury was still involved. I don't think he wouldn't have been allowed to go to America though, but
right.
in terms of him, in preparation. And if Peter Fury decided that he's ready for it, then I'd feel a lot much more confident about it than this other bloke like Ben Davis. And no disrespect to him, but he's young, he's inexperienced. Like Peter Fury everybody respects Peter Fury. Do you know what I mean? Tyson Fury is a very big character, very strong character. Peter Fury, no one messes with him. So do you know what I mean? For him to be there and decide that this is the right thing to do, you'd think that he's thinking that rather than Tyson Fury making that decision and Ben Davison just going along with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. And I feel like
but as I said, they wouldn't let Peter Fury into America anyway. They didn't for the Steve Cunningham fight. He's done about like
what's the father, right?
No, the uncle. Well, they wouldn't let the father in either. I doubt his father.
Okay.
The father's done like about 6 or 7 years. Peter Fury did about 10 years. So they won't let. I don't think he's allowed. He wasn't allowed in before.
I don't know. We'll see this time. We gotta see did he have his pass or not. Like, For them just to deny him, it had to be something with a pass or something, because otherwise they can't deny you to come to America as long as you got all your passports and things like that. Right? They can't deny you.
But if you've done like a long time in prison for like violent crime,
Oh yeah, that's true too. That's true. Yes, it is. Because it was somebody that couldn't come over. You're right.
Peter Fury's done about 10 years. John Fury, his dad, he done like about 7 or something for like ripping someone's eyeball out.
Yep.
So he's not exactly like the first person that the American authorities are going to like welcome him with open arms.
True.
I don't know how
Yeah.
it works, but Peter Fury couldn't get when he fought Steve Cunningham, he wasn't allowed in the country. So
say it again, Cheddar.
when Tyson Fury fought Steve Cunningham, Peter Fury wasn't allowed into America because of his criminal record.
Okay, okay. Hopefully that went away though. Hopefully it go away and they let the man in the fucking country to watch his show.
Peter Fury's not involved anymore, which is a problem, really. It's a shame. I don't know. They've had some falling out, some family falling. I don't know what the details are. They asked John Fury about it, and he just said, "No, I don't want to talk about that." Next question.
Well, I'll let family problems be family problems. I never speculate on family problems.
Yeah.
But my thing about Tyson Fury is though, I feel like he can win this fight, and like I said, you gotta give him all the credit in the world, all the fucking credit. A lot of people thought the fight wasn't gonna get made. A lot of people thought it was a bluff, but I don't think it is. Early on, I feel like Fury gonna get Wilder some problems, man. If all these other all these other heavyweights give him problems, Fury damn sure gonna give him problems. But I just feel like Wilder is like you say, sooner or later he gonna land that punch, and I really believe that, y'all. I think sooner or later Wilder gonna land that punch on Fury, and I can say around the 8th, 9th, or the 10th, he knocking Fury out, y'all. Because I feel like Wilder wants this knockout more than anything. You did, and I feel like Fury he wants to win himself, but Fury gonna try to box. He gonna try to box, and I think Wilder gonna try to pressure. And once you let Deontay Wilder come forward, that's when he's dangerous. I know what you said when you said Wilder is not like the most active guy, but when he coming forward, his ass be active, So if Fury let him come forward all night, I think he gonna catch him and he gonna knock Fury out. You know what I mean?
I think Fury's, and we'll have to see. We'll have to see what Fury looks like when he gets in there. But providing he is like sort of, not at his best, but like sort of 80%, like sort of back to what he was, I think he's going to win. I think obviously Wilder can knock him out. We know that, but I think the most likely thing that Fury's going to beat him. I think he's going to shock people the way he does it as well. He's going to outbox him a little bit, but I think at times he's going to get on top of him on the inside, rough him up a little bit. I honestly think that people are going to be surprised. Like the Steve Cunningham fight, people will be like, you think, oh, Steve Cunningham, that's madness. Because obviously Steve Cunningham's no Deontay Wilder, but Tyson Fury is physically very big, much bigger than Wilder. Get on top of him, start leaning on him, doing all that. I think that's what he's going to try and do. He's a very good body puncher as well. He's tough, Tyson Fury. People think that he got knocked down a couple. He got knocked down a couple of times. He was square on, went down, got straight back up, and took it to him. You know what I mean? So I don't think Wilder's going to need to hit him quite a few times to knock him out. I don't think he's just going to like hit him one. There you go, job done. Unless there's sort of damage that he's done to himself over this time, like the weight, the drugs, the alcohol. That has sort of really. It does look like he's taken a bit of his strength off him and power based on that last fight. If it's affected his punch resistance, then he's in serious trouble, isn't he? But I hope not.
I feel like he's gonna give him problems. I just don't see him outboxing Wilder for 12 rounds. I knew he's gonna beat Steve Cunningham. That's without a doubt. And Jamal, we already touched on that subject, bro. We had a nice little debate about that already. So, Cheddar said everything you need to say. We said everything we need to say. When we get done, you can go back and listen to it, bro. It's a nice little heated debate. But I feel like Wilder he's gonna go hunting. He know he gotta go hunting. He can't just sit back and wait for Fury and just look at him punch and try to jab and do that shit. Because we already know Fury is the better boxer, hands down, like 630. Fury is the better boxer. So Wilder know he can't come out there and try to outbox him, but he can go out there and keep that front foot forward and try to land that jab and that 1-2 and catch him with that shot. And I do feel like he gonna catch him with that shot. I feel like he'll have an opening for that stick downstairs too, like sort of like AJ just did Povetkin. But the thing is, would he use it? Because Wilder really don't do body work. But he gonna have a chance to land that stick downstairs and come back upstairs. But we gonna see if he do that. But I do feel like Fury give him problems early on, at least four or 5 rounds worth of problems. And then I think Wilder start coming on late. I think he start coming on, and I do think he catch him. From the ninth, well, I'm saying from the 8th to the 10th, I feel like Wilder will catch him in one of those rounds and knock Fury out.
I wouldn't be surprised if Fury goes down in the fight, but I don't think he'll stay down. I mean, I think he's going to have to really. Well, actually, you could have like a sort of dodgy stoppage, like you see them in boxing all the time, don't you?
Yeah, Layla D said she disagreed with you because Steve Cunningham knocked Fury down, and we already
Yeah, he
know
did.
Wilder got way more power than Steve
Yeah.
Cunningham.
Yeah, he did knock him down, but he was like he was literally fighting with zero respect, square on, got caught with a peach of an overhand. He's that overhand right. He got knocked down as well, Fury, against some other like who's not that good at all, not really a big punch. He knocked him down with the same punch, exactly the same situation. No respect, square up. He's not going to be doing that with Wilder. And what happened when that punch did knock him down? He wasn't hurt. He jumped straight back up and basically just started beating the shit out of Cunningham. Same thing he did to the other bloke who put him down. He's not one of these people who gets knocked down and like panics and gets all. No, he gets up and thinks like, right, let's have it.
Yeah, he's strong. He's strong. She said she agreed.
That's a dangerous.
Very strong minded, man. Them gypsies strong fucking minded. But I just feel like it's not gonna happen with Wilder. I feel like the American pressure, him coming over. I just think Wilder is on a hot streak right now, and he the best heavyweight in the world. Cheddar Wilder the best heavyweight in the world, and I just think he gonna go get Fury, man. He gonna go get him.
That's a good point. You meant the pressure. Do you think? I don't think there's hardly any pressure really on the pressure's really on Wilder more than Fury, surely.
No, that's what that's what I was meaning about Deontay. The pressure, like the pressure of US on Deontay, like he not go. He knows.
He's never been in like a big fight like this, has he? Fury has.
I mean, the Ortiz
not like
fight,
a proper big.
Ortiz fight was big.
Nah, but not like. Wasn't that big, man? Not this would be massive. The pay-per-view.
Like UK country, yeah, you got a whole country in the ring now, and you got the whole UK watching along with America. So this is biggest fight to this date, hands down. This is biggest
in America. I mean, like the pressure from his own people, like in America, is going to be massive compared to like the Ortiz fight. The Ortiz fight was quite. That was the first fight I think. Like since he fought Ortiz, he got quite a few more fans after that, didn't he? Certainly got a lot more respect. But this fight is going to be on a much bigger scale, like much more pressure within America. They're going to be promoting it loads. They're going to be, trying to compete with like Joshua. It's going to be on pay-per-view. Fury's going to be there giving it the bit. Ortiz basically, like he just occasionally says, "You motherfucker, you bitch." Like that's all he can say. You know what I mean? Fury's going to be giving it the big one.
Oh, this is going to be one hell of a press conference. Yeah, but Fury, you know what Fury got a head start on? Fury fought in America, so. It ain't gonna be like this his first go around in America. You know what I mean? So
Germany, he fought Vladimir Klitschko like in front of like about 60,000 people at a football stadium.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? A massive underdog, like millions of people watching that. That was huge.
That's why I say Fury strong-minded than a motherfucker. And look, Fury is one of my favorite fucking fighters on this planet right now, man. One of my favorite fighters, bro. But I just don't think he gonna get. I just don't think he can beat Deontay Wilder. That's not gonna happen.
It's a great fight. I can't wait to see it.
Yep. Okay, Cheddar, we got one more subject where we got two more we want to touch.
Hold up.
Trap back. Fury, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder.
I heard you. Now, let's get down to that. Hold on one second. Can you hear me?
Trap coming, everybody. He ain't going nowhere. He coming.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me now, Monnie?
Yeah, we hear you, Trap.
All right, hold on, because you sound far away. Hold on.
All right, yeah, here we go. Yeah, man. For Wilder and Fury, man. That's gonna be a good fight. Like I always said, man, that's the real test. I don't think AJ is too much of a test for Wilder, to be honest with you. I think he can get him out of there quick and easy. But I think Fury is the test. Fury is the real test in the heavyweight division. I always thought that Fury was probably the best, probably all around heavyweight boxer. Period. In today's time. And to be honest with you, I always liked the Fury, really second next to Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? He like one of my he like my top heavyweight. But all that being said, though, man, I just don't believe that he's gonna be able to just just move. And I know he's gonna be giving Wilder a whole bunch of looks all night long, or as long as he can, and all that. But Wilder ain't no fool. Wilder gonna take the chance. You can believe that. Wilder ain't gonna sit back and let Fury dance around and play peekaboo and all that old shit. Wilder ain't gonna have that, bro. Trust me. Fury can go from southpaw to orthodox all he wants to. Eventually, he gonna get hit with that stick.
Nuclear bomb.
Yeah, it's gonna be a wrap. Eventually, as soon as he gonna get hit with that stick, it's gonna be a wrap. You know what I mean? I just don't see Tyson Fury outboxing Wilder for no 12 rounds, man. You know, without getting caught. Wilder, I believe that 1-2 come down the pipe quicker than a lot of people think. I think it comes down the pipe quicker than what Fury thinks too. And when he get in there, he see how fast that 1-2 come down that pipe. Before he realizes he's gonna be on the canvas. It's gonna come. It's gonna come.
Precise and hard too.
It's gonna come. You know, I like Fury. You know, with all due respect, but it's man for you to sit there and think that he's gonna outbox Deontay Wilder for 12 rounds. Boy, you got a hell of a task there, buddy. Hell of a task.
I agree with that. I think if he tries to just box 12 rounds like on the back foot, like he did, I think that's a very dangerous fight for him to do. I think he's going to need to like get in and just basically fight on the inside quite a bit, use his like size, body work, try and wear him down a little bit. Because if he's just literally fighting Wilder at range for 12 rounds, that's quite a dangerous place to be for that amount of time. So I think he's going to have to fight a very versatile fight. I think he's going to have to get on the inside quite a bit because he's good on the inside, Fury.
He's going to have to take
good body.
He definitely going to take some chances too. Believe that. He's going to take some chances.
Because Wilder, like all these sort of swings. The thing with Fury, he's basically just. I mean, I would say like fearless. Nobody like obviously people don't like getting hit, but a lot of people, Wilder's well off balance, but they're reluctant really to make him pay either because they're quite small, or they're just not really willing to take the chance. Fury is even taller than Wilder. He's probably got even longer reach, and he's got bollocks. Do you know what I mean? Okay, he's going to make Wilder. If he's like swinging off balance, he's not just going to be like, oh, well, I'm just happy to be getting away from it. He's going to make him pay if he can.
It's going to be a good fight, man. You know, long as it lasts or whatever, it's going to definitely be a good fight, man. Like I said,
I feel like Fury gonna make it up for 5 or 6 rounds, but after that, I think Deontay is more dangerous, man, when he coming forward, man. And when that motherfucker come forward, you in trouble. You in trouble. I'm telling you, he go catch you, bro.
He flicking that jab out at you, and he flicking that jab out at you, and he get to moving his head and fainting and shit. Yeah, he's finna get ready to knock your ass out.
Yeah,
because he done calculated you already.
Yeah, and he on fire.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how Fury, if Fury is able to impose his will on Deontay Wilder, man. That's gonna be very, very intriguing to see that too, man. If he can do that, boy, it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be interesting to see if Wilder can make the adjustment and overpower that shit and still get the job done. So it's a lot of factors in this fight, man. That's what makes it so good. And this could be potentially Wilder and Fury gonna fight twice. Believe that.
I feel like that. Let me say this, Trap. Jamal Wright, bro. The questions you won't answer, he already answered, bro. We not going backwards, bro. We on this topic. We got two. Like I say, when we finish, you can go back and listen to it, bro. And you'll hear him talking about everything you asked in this chat. Chatter asked all them questions, man. I told you, it's a nice little debate. That's what it is, bro. This is where we at right now. Go ahead, Trap, bro.
Oh, nothing. I forgot, man. I'm laughing at y'all, man. You and Jamal been going at it for a minute.
You were saying, damn, you talking about him coming forward, bro. In theory, if he can stand his ground, like if he can stand his ground with Wilder.
Yeah, and if Wilder can make the adjustment, it's just gonna be a lot of factors, to see, determines how the fight, how the outcome of this fight gonna turn out, So we're gonna see, man. But if Wilder go in there and go for the kill shot early, and start letting his hands go, I don't know, man. We're gonna see how if Tyson Fury ain't that easy to hit. we're gonna see on December
At
1st.
all, bro. At all. Jay, we'll do one later on, bro. But yeah, we down to the last two subjects. I feel like Fury, bro, gonna make it tough as fuck for a while. Like I say, if them other fighters like fucking what's the football player name, Trap? Damn,
Huh?
that Wilder fought.
Oh,
The
you talking
UFC
about
boy.
Washington.
Gerald Washington, yeah.
Bill
Gerald
Washington,
Washington
yeah.
and fighters like that can get Wilder trouble. Fury damn sure go give him trouble. That's without a doubt, yo. That's without
Yeah.
a doubt. And that's what, like I say, wow. I mean, Fury is the better boxer. We know this, bro. But like I say, he cannot go backwards for no 12 rounds. Think Deontay Wilder ain't gonna get his ass. Somewhere he gonna have to sit down and try to stand his ground, bro. And even when he try to stand his ground, Trap, I think he in trouble. When you sit down with Deontay Wilder, I think Fury is in big trouble. So I just can't look. I ain't gonna say he can't find his way to get his little to get his little thing off, because I do think he gonna have some success. But man, that Deontay Wilder power, bro, it's just different, man. It's just different. And once he hit your ass, you know it, man.
He always dangerous. Even when he hurt, he dangerous. We all see that.
Yeah.
He dangerous when he hurt and all that.
Yes, it is.
You know,
So,
but the thing is that Washington fight, that was fight to go. And not only that, you got to look at this. Deontay Wilder got a lot riding on that with that W. He ain't letting that WBC belt go like that. It ain't happening. You got to knock Wilder out to get that belt, bro.
that's why I said
I don't think he going out like that, homie. Yeah, he got a lot of momentum coming.
Yeah.
He feeding off the energy of the fans. He know he got the country behind him now.
Yeah.
Boy, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hell to tell the captain now, player.
And I believe that fight made him that much more better, man. That Luis Ortiz fight made him that much more better, in my opinion. But yeah, we can move on. Chatter, do you know Devin Haney, Chatter?
Huh?
You know about Devin Haney?
Devin Haney, yeah, he's Philadelphia, isn't he?
No, he from where Devin Haney from? Trap?
He's going to fight.
He's from Oakland.
Yeah, he's from Oakland.
I'm getting him mixed up with someone else. Who's the other one that we're talking about fighting? Gervonta Davis.
Tevin Former. That's Tevin Former.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. Tevin Former. Yeah.
Yeah, but Davis got a fight coming up. We'll miss that. But we'll go to Linares though. You see the Linares fight coming up, Trap? Linares and Abner Cotto on the 29th.
Linares and who?
Abner Cotto cousin.
Oh yeah, I ain't know that.
They fight on the 29th. Devin Haney fight on the 28th. Devin Haney fight Friday. They fight Saturday.
Damn, man. Oh, Miss Danny Evans, man, I ain't gonna be able to catch that fight Friday tonight.
Yeah. I'm about to drop both of them videos though, but yeah. But let's move on. Let's talk about Terrence Crawford versus Jose Benavidez, and we can wrap it up. Your thoughts on that, Chatterbox? Terrence Crawford versus Jose Benavidez.
I haven't even seen. I know who Jose Benavidez is. I haven't even seen him, but I still quite confidently picked Terrence Crawford to beat him. Terrence Crawford's the man.
Hey, Trap, Jamar Gray said, I want that smoke with Trap House Boxing. He got Crawford over Spence. You got to be crazy.
He know that. Yeah, and I want that smoke too, player. Believe that. I always want that smoke when it comes down to Crawford and Spence. I always said that, and I'm going to stick to that until anybody show me different. I got Bud over Spence. Period.
Jamar Wright, the one that Corey Lee's box told him he got to put in work before he get on one of these channels to put in the debate, yo. Got to put some work in, bro. We appreciate you jumping from channel to channel. Come on now, put some work in.
Yeah, Jamal Wright been going back and forth. That was a long time debate about that. He went in on me on that. He got pissed off.
Right. But Trap, your thoughts on Crawford Benavidez?
I think it's gonna be a entertaining fight, man. It's gonna be entertaining, but I think that Crawford gonna get the decision. I think Crawford might fuck around and get a late stoppage, man. You know, I think he might get a late stoppage than Benavidez. If not, he gonna win. That's all I know. He gonna win. I don't want to sit here and say how it's gonna happen. I got Crawford winning the fight.
I got Crawford stopping him, bro.
He's the bloke. He was sort of at the weigh-in when he goes. Concentrate on your fight before you not make it. Fight.
Yep, that's him, Cheddar. Yep.
That one.
I'm gonna say this, bro. Whenever you piss Crawford off, man, and you bring that out, because you already got that line coming out of him. When you piss him off like Jose Benavidez pissed him off, and credit Jose Benavidez got speed, he got pop. He's a hell of a fighter. We're not gonna discredit him at all. He can fight. A lot of these people don't know who Jose Benavidez is. They can say this in the third, but the motherfucker can fight. He can fight. And I just feel like after 5 rounds, Terrence Crawford picked up on what he do best and start going to work on him, bro. Start going to work. And I think Crawford want to punish this boy. I think he want to punish him. No, and I think he's going to punish him, bro. I do. I really believe Crawford's going to punish Benavidez. And I think if the corner don't stop it, I feel like Crawford gonna stop it, which I know is this pop fight don't stop it. I feel like Crawford's gonna punish him, bro, to where the ref gonna have to stop that thing, bro. I really do.
I like his brother David Benavidez. I've seen him a few times. They're super middleweight. I'll take it that's his brother.
Yeah, David Benavidez. Yeah,
I like him. He's a very good fighter. So assuming that he must be half decent at least. I've never seen him, but Crawford for me, the only person. I mean, I want to see him fight Errol Spence. That's like the fight. He's got the only fight I think he's got a chance of beating him. They got a chance of beating each other, but Crawford for me, he's just too good. He can do anything. He reminds me a bit of Tyson Fury. He's like a smaller version of Tyson Fury. He's that in terms of like the versatility of what he can do and the attitude as well. Like if you do hurt him, then he just wants to fuck you up straight away. Do you know what I mean?
Tyson Fury got to remind you of somebody like Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, to me they're very similar. I've said that to people before. They're like, "You're mental." What are you talking about? Because obviously, but they're, you know what I mean? They're both like they can switch stances. They can do it effortlessly. Combination punch, fight, beat you up on the inside, box from range. He's got a real killer instinct in it as well. I don't really see. I see Errol Spence Crawford. That's the fight I want to see. But this, I don't know. As I say, I don't really know anything about this Benavidez, but he'd have to be pretty special to beat Terrence Crawford. So I'll go.
Tyler, who you got winning that fight? Crawford and Spence, if they ever fight.
That's a tough one, mate. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't really want to make a prediction on it because I couldn't really call it. If you put a gun to my head right now, I'd probably go for Errol Spence. But
true.
But I wouldn't be confident. I just want to see the fight. I think they're both.
Hey, you say if that gun to your head, you'll be praying like a motherfucker.
I just think Spence he's a fucking big lump compared to Crawford. He's very, very relentless. I don't see him slowing down. I don't see. He's a bit like. I sort of said this before. It reminds me of like I said this to Monnie before, like the Roman army, like the way they used to fight. They got their shields, they cover themselves, and they just basically come forward step by step, slowly, like cornering you. They block it, then
never take a step back, right?
Just relentless.
Yeah, with that same rhythm, pace, everything. It's like nonstop. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but skillful with it, and he's very good at like the distance. And also in that Lamont Peterson fight, he showed me like he was a bit quicker because normally you see him as a bit flat-footed. Do you know what I mean? But in that one, he was a bit more on his toes, and I reckon he could be a bit quick. Well, I've seen that he can be a lot quicker on his feet than he's shown before. I mean, I'd never really want to bet against Crawford though, because Crawford could just do anything, can't he? I mean, he could just, if he's losing one way, he could just mix it up and show you something else, and then I don't know. I just want to see the fight. I definitely wouldn't put a bet on it. I'd be reluctant to make a prediction on it, to be honest. I just enjoy the fight. It's about 50-50. Definitely for me, like hands down, the top two fighters in America at the moment. And Crawford, obviously, like I don't really believe in pound for pound, but you have to say he's right up there. Errol Spence hasn't really done enough, but I think in terms of ability, he's got the ability to be considered up there as well. Yeah, that's a great fight. I just want to see that. Sean Porter against Errol Spence, a good fight, but I'd much rather see Spence against Crawford. Who you go for, Trap House?
Well, I got Spence, man. Trap. I got Spence, but look, Crawford got the most fucking skills in boxing.
You know,
when you look at Crawford, bro, he remind me of Mayweather, bro. Crawford remind me of he can adapt to any fucking style. You know what I mean? When you look at him, how he beat people, bro, it's just the kid is amazing, man. #1 pound for pound in the world and God gifted. But I just feel like with Errol Spence, I think that the jab, I think the pace and the body work. Now, credit, Crawford got the skills to offset his jab. Because I feel like this. Crawford gonna try to take that left hand away from Earl. He gonna try to take the left hand away. But the thing is, the pace and the body work, bro. Crawford got strong ass legs to fight backwards, going forward or side to side. But I just think Spence got the counter punching and the catch and shoot game. You know what I mean? To fight Crawford. And one thing about Crawford, he not gonna go backwards 12 rounds. He gonna come forward. He might come forward earlier than late on motherfuckers. Because Crawford ain't no. He's not afraid of Earl Spence, bro. He don't give a fuck about the power, the size, and none of that shit. Crawford know how to punch with you. Crawford know how to be inside your chest and punch with you while dodging your shit. He be right there in your chest, bro. So the kid is gifted, got all the skills in the world, and he know fucking boxing. He got a high IQ. So it's a dangerous fight for both. But I see Earl Spence outlasting Crawford, bro. I do. Trap.
Yeah, you already know I'm going with the blood, man.
Yep.
Man, just going out, you know.
Think you'll just outbox him?
Yeah, I think, you know,
You breaking up, Trap.
can you hear me?
Nah, you breaking.
Hold on, man.
There you go, Trap.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I always Leonard and Happy.
Say it again, Trap.
I always compare that fight, Leonard versus Happy.
Oh, me too, bro. Me too. And Hagler was winning that fight. The first fight. If he was winning that fight, boy. And Leonard turned it up. Huh?
They only fought one time.
They ain't fight that middleweight? Leonard and Hagler?
No, Hagler fought one time, bro.
Oh, Hagler. I'm tripping. I'm thinking
they
of
fought that middleweight.
Nah, I'm tripping.
No, not
I'm Hearns. I'm thinking of Hearns. Yeah, I'm tripping. Yeah, Hagler. Yeah, right. You right.
You know what? I don't know why a lot of Earl Spence so much. I don't care, bro.
You breaking up again, Trap.
Hold on, man. I'm in the bad spot.
Nah, you breaking, brother. Nope.
Well, yeah, man. Just go ahead and see, man. I get the best spot of my competition.
All right. Y'all can find Trap House on Trap House Boxing on YouTube. And Trap House Boxing on Instagram, Trap?
Yeah.
They sound good now. Nah, you fucking up, Trap. We gonna go and end it. Sean, let them know where they can find you at, Sean.
Me?
Yeah, let the people know where they can find you at. We'll go and sign off.
Yeah, man, just Chatterboxing, all one word. Just here on YouTube. That's it, really.
And y'all know, man, y'all can be here on YouTube, Monnie Brown TV, Instagram, Monnie_the writer, and Facebook on Monnie Brown, man. We appreciate all y'all for rocking with us. You know what I mean? The good and the bad. You know what I mean? We appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know the slogan, man. It's your boy Monnie. It's the NSBC movement. Ain't nobody safe in the streets. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to both of these dudes. Subscribe to my channel. If you want to donate, OG Monnie on Cash App. Montre Brown on Venmo, man. Dig. But until then, we'll be back with another one. I'll be back later with another one. Peace out, y'all.